Yeah. Because I have to. I've been on live all day. It's going to be a short show, though. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Happy Tuesday night, July 9th, 2024, and here we are. Sorry, folks, it's been a long day, but we got a show in, a close show. Got some things to talk about in the Kohberger case. Looks like Ann Taylor resigns. What is going on? We're going to talk about it. Salty's going to be joining me tonight, as well as the other, hopefully, the other two Dixies, maybe. We'll see what happens. Either way, we're going to talk about some stuff with that and some other things and just do what we do best and hang out. I get to hang out with the best people on the tube. I'm super excited to be here for this and for y'all. So, as I always say, let's get this damn show on the road. Here we go. Here we go. Ride that bass line, everybody. See you in a minute. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the cafe. Great to have you guys back here tonight. It's great to be here tonight with you guys. It's been a long day, and I appreciate y'all jumping in. We're going to talk about a couple little things right out of the gate, of course. I'm sure you all know. And then we're going to jump into why did Ann Taylor resign as public defender in Moscow, Idaho, and what is going to happen, I wonder, to Brian Kohberger's case. Who's going to take over? What's going to happen? What's going to go down? Why did it happen in the first place? So that's what we're talking about today. Thank you guys for joining me. I super duper appreciate y'all being here tonight. Please hit that like button as you come through that door so that we can make sure we get this up in that algorithm for YouTube. So thank you for that. Like I said, once everybody gets on in here, we're going to talk about why it was such a long and bad day today a little bit. Get that out of the way and move right on through to what we do, and that's true crime, guys, because that's where it's at. That's where it's at. That's what it's about. Come on in, everybody. Get comfortable. Grab your coffee, tea, whatever it may be. Please come on in. Sit down and have a conversation with me, if you will. Missed y'all today. Show. Speaking of peeps and missing y'all, let's see who is joining us today and gracing us with their awesome and amazing presence. First and foremost, looks like we got the first of the Dixies in the house. Thank you for joining me, Miss Salty. Hello, and how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I am 1D full.
Dude.
I'm still a dork. Nothing changes. So thank you for being here. And I'm great. Thank you for asking. I'm not sure. I haven't checked my email much today, guys. There's been so much stuff going on. I haven't had time, not just in here, but out here and this and that. And we're going to talk a little bit about that here shortly. And it's going to be a short-lived conversation. And on we go into the true crime because that's what we are here for. And I appreciate Salty specifically tonight jumping up here because she's going to help explain all this stuff because she's got brains, folks. This is a smart lady here. So speaking of which, by the way, I have the other links in the Discord for the other ladies if you'd like to join me. Welcome back, Miss Kimber. Your link is in there as well. Fallon, great to see you. Great to have you here. Brandy, good to see ya. B. Williams, welcome back to you. Cal, great to see you. There's my Doodle Bug. Great to have you here, Doodle. Miss W. I did it again. Hold on, everybody. Sorry. 1 second. I never remember to turn the volume down on this damn thing. All right, there we go. Miss W, great to see you. Beth D, welcome back. Great to see you as well. Lala. Great to see you, Lala. Thank you for joining us. Juno in the house. Jeffrey, good to see you, sir. Good to have you here. Miss Sherry's in the house. Welcome, Miss Sherry. Wisdom Speaks. That is the lovely lady that created that other little intro I played right before I came in and said hi to you the first time. Pretty talented. These guys are getting really good with this graphic stuff. I'm kind of getting jealous. Andy Rose herself, her and her hands both in the house. Good to see you, Miss Andy. Thank you for joining us. Alabama Mama 31. Good to see you. And I will check that here shortly, dear. I promise. Jean Romaine. How are ya? I'll be honest with you guys. I can't lie. I got stuck watching Dexter. I don't know how my child wrapped me back up in that show, but I've rewatched all of it. I'm on the last season now, except for the new one. And I got, engulfed in the TV screen and forgot what I was doing. So that's why I haven't been looking at things second half of the day. North Carolina Mountain Man, my brother, good to see you tonight. We missed you, sir. Good to have you here. Good to see ya. Amy Conway, welcome. Great to have you here. Steven's Adventure, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Kaylee, great to see you. Thank you for joining us in here tonight. Miss Debbie Ann, welcome. Good to see you. Good to have you here.
Now it's a party.
Let me see. Tina B, welcome back to you. Renee Marie, good to see you. Bobby, old dude, my friend, always a pleasure to see you. Brother Roe, welcome back. Great to see you. Renee Marie, thank you for joining us. Debbie Ann, I already said hi to you guys, but hello again. Jingles in the house, welcome to you. WNC Granny, good to have you here.
He never says hi to me like that.
Leslie and Billy, thank you for joining us. Great to have you. Hush your mouth. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Miss Carrie, welcome. And 10 months, Miss Carrie has been a member. So great to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming in.
Y'all, welcome to the sauce tonight.
Welcome, y'all.
The girl next door is in the house. Welcome back. Good to see you. Just Amber. Yes, Beth. It's just starting. You didn't miss nothing. I promise. James Tate, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you tonight. Thank you for being here. Let me check the bottom here. Make sure.
Can you give me that one?
True Seeker is in the house. Welcome back to you. Good to see you. Don DeGraff, welcome back. Great to have you here. Cynthia Girardi, welcome back from Toronto. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Missy RN out of Texas. Good to have you. I bet you it's hotter than hell is hot. That's facts.
Hotter than hell in Florida and Texas right now, but we survive.
I don't want nothing to do with Texas. I'll tell you right now. Florida, I could probably handle to an extent.
It's no better in Florida. They're the same, dude. They're the same.
I've been hearing. Harsh Shelley, welcome back to you. Good golly, Miss Molly's in the house. Good to see you, Molly. Thank you. Yes, Dexter, the blood guy. I don't know what it is. It's a good one. Monk is another great show, Jeff. I loved that one. I'm so sad that I miss Adrian. I wish that show was still on. Ray Baldick, good to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Leslie Billy, great to have you here again. Let me see. Karma Police is in the house, guys. You better behave. You
Better behave.
I just flew in from Toronto. My arms are tired. Salty thought that was some funny shit.
Yeah, I know who you are, Miss Carrie. I know who you
I doubled
are.
up on my meds.
I can tell.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's been one of them damn days. I mean, come on.
Because that wasn't that damn funny, but Salty over there cracking up.
Let me see. Delicious, hello to you. Tammy C, welcome back. Raquel, welcome back to you. Welcome to all the meatballs, all the members in here. Thank you guys so much for jumping into sauce with us tonight as we spill some of that sauce and talk about a little true crime and then some.
Did you send Mama link?
One at a time, ladies. One at a time.
Did you send Mama link?
I did.
Okay.
Is she here?
Not quite yet. No, I don't see her yet.
We're missing part of the Dixie Chicks.
We're missing one of the chicks. We're just never mind. We're still
but you know what? Some people don't like them girls. Some people do. I like their music. I could care less about the other shit.
I just came up with it because Dago and the Dixies in the late night show because
Dixieland.
All three of you got that southern twang, and I said, well, hey, what the hell?
I'm your Dixieland delight.
Look, there's a Peckertoe in chat. Where the hell did it go?
Hello, Peckertoe. Welcome back. Good to see you.
My papa used to say that. Believe it or not.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Thank you, Miss Sherry.
I get my cussing ways from my pawpaw. So
it is what it is.
Exactly.
I'm excited because there's a Peckertoe. Look at howdy at Peckertoe.
Doodle, go for it.
Hello, Ava Hackshaw. Welcome back. Good to see you tonight, Peckertoe. Doodle, you kill me, I swear.
The names, I love the names. They're so clever.
That's why I love all the names. There's one in here that I can't remember. Something. It rhymes, but it's a street name and her name. I think it's really cool.
Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
45th.
Pet that dog. Pet that dog.
There it is, Jeff. Jeff, a blind man walks into a bar and a table and a chair. Ba-rum-pum-pum. There you go.
I got one for you.
That's kind of funny, Jeff.
A guy walks into a bar, asks the bartender for a glass of water, drinks the water, puts a tip on the bar, walks out.
Wake me up when you're done.
No, wait, no, that ain't right. Just never mind. See, Salty thought that was funny.
Wait a minute. I thought I missed the punchline.
Me too.
Because I didn't. There was no punchline, Salty. I screwed it up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's funny, Kimber.
Kimber. Go back over there. Brush your hair and
your hair.
Be pretty, right? That's all you gotta do.
Eat a piece of cake.
I don't have any cake.
She didn't bring the cake.
Doodle. She needs cake.
Doodle,
she didn't bring the cake.
Doodle. I need cake. I need cake. Doodle, maybe some cake.
All right, y'all. We got 196 peeps in here with 92 likes. Let's try to make that match a little bit.
Oh goodness.
Doodle,
we're gonna need some DNA. We need DNA. We got
Jeff.
Doodle, I need more than 4 cakes.
A fish swims into a wall. Damn. That's kind of funny. That is funny.
More than 4 cakes.
There's the cake. She's got the cake, guys. There you go.
She only gave me 4 cakes.
Don't let him rush
diabetes medicine to go with it. She says 4 wasn't enough. She said.
Are those 4 whole cakes, or are they like little pieces of cake?
Whole cakes.
I want 4 whole cakes. Whole cakes.
You got whole cakes. Whole cakes.
Whole cakes are good.
Whole cakes are good.
Hey, Lisa G, welcome to you in Stitches. Good to see you, Walt Harris. What is happening?
Walt.
Our favorite troll, Walt.
What up, Walt?
Amethyst Nor, it's been a while. Good to see you. Good to have you here.
It's a calming name. That's a calming name, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Doodle bug. Beggars can't be choosers.
Unspoken heart stillness. Welcome. Good to
Woman,
see you.
get back in that kitchen. Make me 2 more cakes.
Oh shit, she did not.
I did.
You better watch. Doodle is I ain't gonna be that one.
Doodle's my
Yeah.
friend.
Tell me
Oh,
to get in there and make
Welcome.
you shit. Get in
she's
there and
sweet as
make it
can
just
be until she's not. Then I'm scared of her. That's all I'm gonna
don't
say.
boss me around, bitch.
And last but not least, the amazing and wonderful Mina
Mama's
Monsters.
here.
Hello, Mom.
Hey, mom.
Scared of.
They scared of Doodle.
Oh, I saw she already had cake in here.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
Kimber needed cake.
Don't. Let me say, I'm only scared of Doodle when I have to be scared of Doodle. Doodle is a full-fledged. She's a hunting woman. Okay, that right there in itself says a whole lot. She's
She
a
is a
hunting.
hunting woman. She
Yes.
did tell me
She's a what?
She's a
hunting
hunter.
woman.
She got a
Oh,
7.
good.
Was
And
it a 7-point buck, Doodle, that you got and the teeth were loose? He was so old his teeth were loose.
Yeah, she sounds
After
like
my
you can
heart, I
come
love
down. You need to
hunting. I
come
grew
down,
up hunting.
right? Exactly. I got they're the women in my family hunt all the damn
A
time.
9-point.
Mom,
Hell yeah, you go, girl.
Alabama mama.
wait, I'm gonna address this here in a minute.
That's gonna be addressed.
Did you
That's
have a good
not.
nap?
I need to see a picture of that doodle. You drop it to me in the DMs. I want to see.
Did you have a
She
good
said
nap,
he was-
Mom?
I did. It was
Oh.
glorious.
She just woke up.
My back was.
How did I know
hate
that?
this chair.
How did I know that?
I hate this chair. Like I do. I hate this chair. Like I'll be honest with y'all. I had this old rickety chair. Like it was so bad. Like the leather was the pleather, was peeling off of it. And I love my chair. And the old man, you know, being good YouTube husband he is, was like, "You need a new chair." And I was like, "I like my chair." So we got me a new chair. And it's one of those fancy Sealy Posturpedic. I'm ready to put it in the burn pile. I hate this chair with passion.
Really? Is it suck?
Yeah.
They're not as good as they used to be.
You know what I did? I had a gaming chair, like like the good ones or whatever, and it was my son's old gaming chair, and I just couldn't get down with it. It was hurting my back, all the things. And I'm sitting outside one day, and I'm thinking about it, and the damn storms and took off with my second outdoor table, so tableless, and I'm like, I really like this chair because the way it's made and the way the material and all this different things. And they're really light, so I picked that bitch up and took it right in my room. My son's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "This is my new desk chair because I like this chair." It's hard to get one that's comfortable and you like it.
I just haven't ordered a game chair yet. I need to. Like I keep threatening to do so and just haven't done it.
Welcome, Miss Marion. Welcome,
Are
Miss
you
Jessica.
tall, Mom? I'm short, so they don't accommodate me right. You know what I mean? The contours of them are not made for short people like me. That makes sense.
Mom's not short by any means.
No.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's what you need.
Amethyst, I'm sorry to hear that. It says I've been in the hospital, another blood transfusion gone haywire, and they killed my vampire self in for tests. That's twice this year. I'm so sorry, Amethyst, and I hope things get better. I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers for sure, dear.
Sending healing vibes for sure.
Ms. Lily C, hello to you. Welcome back. Great to see you.
Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Midwest.
Ooh.
Welcome, Midwest. Manum. Let me see here. Dude, I swear to every time I look at the chat and I see that, I want to bust up laughing. Pecker toe. Everybody make sure you behave tonight because the karma police are in chat. Don't forget. Guys, I want to give you a heads up. First off, for those of you that are into the paranormal side of what we do on Fridays, we got a special show coming up for you. I have a special guest that's going to be joining us. I'll give you a little hint. He's very, very well known in the Sasquatch Bigfoot world. He's going to be joining us in here, and we're going to be talking about the big feats. And So, you guys, make sure that you tune in for a Friday night for Paranormal Fridays, please, if you will.
Is that going to be this Friday night?
It will
episode?
be
Yes.
this Friday night. I will let you know Thursday who it is.
Yeah.
So you
Alabama
gotta
Mama.
tune in every day till Thursday to get it. Mama P,
Dago.
good to see you.
Alabama Mama Dago is going to address that, and
I just said
was,
that.
and Dago was not. And Arctic, she typed again. Arctic was not overreacting.
No, he wasn't, and
And
I
it was
spoke with
not-
him already.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
he's-
Let
yeah.
me get to it, guys. Give me a minute. I'm
Yes,
just waiting for
please.
people to jump in. There she is, Kim North of 54th. That's the name I like. I love it. CZ, welcome back. Good to see you tonight. Sherry.
Okay.
Don't talk bad about my man either. Big feats.
They need to quit talking about Arctic.
hang on, Kimber. Dago's
got
going to get there.
Okay.
I got it. Don't
Just
worry
hang
about
on, honey. I see it too. We
Guys,
all.
listen, we first of all, we don't do that in here. If you don't agree with him or what he said, okay, that's up to you. That's your right. We don't talk about other creators in a negative way in here, and that won't happen, regardless of who it is or what the scenario is. I just don't. I'm not doing it. Okay, so please don't. That's all I'm saying nicely. 12 gauge in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Now, what we got?
Jesus, Jeff.
115 peeps in the house. Please hit that like button, guys, as you come through the door, if you will. Jeff, really? I swear to God. That's hilarious. That one's real. I'm going to use that. That was actually really funny. I'm going to use that one.
That one's old, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Tammy C says we have a right to disagree with this administration.
And yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Objection. Where's the gavel?
Absolute right. Grounds. You do. Thank you for waking up from your nap and joining us, Mom. I appreciate you taking that time.
It's my honor. I love being here with you guys. Even though I'm going to be on the road forever and ever and ever Friday, so I will be in chat because we have the whole argument of the air conditioner against the windows.
Oh, shit. That kind of argument. I feel you.
Tonight, 12 gauge, we're talking about Ann Taylor's resignation as public defender in Moscow, Idaho. Surprised that it is. Well, thank you, Miss Tammy. And I love that you love me, and I love you all back. That's facts. Very much so. The source for the info, CW, is it's documentation.
Of Ann Taylor's resignation.
Yes.
It's documentation.
I would not.
We'll get there. We'll get there, guys.
I got something to address first out of the gate, and just be done with it and get it past in the past behind me and move forward. I just wanted to give it a few seconds. WNC Granny, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Leslie and Billy, of course. Miss Barbara, great to see you. I hope you're all having a wonderful night, and I hope you all had an amazing day. We don't. Okay, Walt. I'm sorry that has happened to you. I'll send you a card, my friend. Send me an address, and I'll send you a get well card. My wife doesn't like French toast, and I'm disappointed. I don't quite understand how anybody could not like it, but hey, it is what it is.
I don't like it either.
What?
I just can't. Like, why are you gonna take a good piece of toast and put all that stuff on it?
Because then you can put all that butter and all that syrup, and then if you're one of them powdered sugar people, I don't do that, but I mean, it's so good. It is so good. Jennifer Finley, welcome. Christina Rain, good to see you.
I like that name, Music Tourette's.
Let me see. That's kind of what I was thinking too, Jeff. It is kind of tragic, which is why I said I would send him a get well card, because that would put me. My wife makes her French toast. She will buy bread and specifically let it sit and get hard and dried out, and then she makes it, and it's so good, so damn good. Here we go with the food again. It's making me want it right now. Yogurt and fruit. I've never had that, Marion. It sounds like it could be good. Jennifer Finley. Do you like waffles, Mom? Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
Dude, let me tell you, one year Minnie bought me one of those little miniature waffle things that makes the little waffle finger things. And I literally ate waffles every night for like 6 months.
Okay. So that's
a good little snack.
Oh yeah, dude. I went and got the little fancy little sauce bowls just for my syrup and
dipping.
Waffles. When it comes to waffles and pancakes, I will take waffles right now, right then, right there, anytime, all the time. Sorry.
My grandson eats just a plain waffle. Doesn't want anything on it. Nothing. No syrup, no butter, nothing.
Hayden did that
son
too.
used to do that too.
Yeah.
When he was little, he just wanted in the toaster.
You know what he will eat with it? His yogurts. He has we get him he's had like the little flavored yogurts you get for kids.
Yep.
So when he started eating, he began to dip everything in that damn yogurt. Well, he's 8 years old and he's just getting away from dipping everything in the yogurt, including his chicken nuggets. First time I ever saw it, I was like, what is he doing?
No.
And my son's like, oh, he does that, Mom. I'm like, is that good, baby? He's like, that's how I eat it, Grandma. Oh, hey, who am I to tell you no? It's yogurt. Eat it.
That's almost as bad as my grandson dipping chicken McNuggets in ketchup. I wanted to disown him when I seen
Better than yogurt, dude.
What are you doing?
Yeah, don't dip your chicken nuggets in yogurt.
My grandbaby do.
Love him, Pink Banjo. I love your name. There's
weird like me, Kimber.
Going on. I've never heard of that. That's interesting. Jennifer Finley, good to see you. What the hell, Lee? Come on now. I love waffle and beef gravy. Benini.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whoa.
I mean, I guess it's kind of
Hey, don't people eat the chicken and waffles? Is that a thing?
Yes, it is a thing.
Yeah.
It's a
So I guess that's kind of maybe the same thing. You just dip your waffles in the beef gravy.
I mean, I do like steak fries with beef gravy. That's my thing, but
yeah, I could see that.
I could see that.
And I'd like to dip French fries in milkshakes as well.
I like some fried potatoes.
I don't want my.
I got a question for you,
butter
Southerners.
and sweet pickles. What is wrong with you, Doodle?
I got a question for you, Southerners. This is like, I can't understand it. It breaks me down every time. My mother-in-law, who lives with us, she made dinner tonight. God bless her. She makes spaghetti. Anyway,
Italian.
she's not. Okay, it's probably about to go down, guys.
Uh-oh.
Did my internet freeze?
No, it's Dago's.
It's Dago's.
He's like, it's about to go down, guys. There he is. Your demons are back.
It is there's something else going on. I got to go in and fix something. Every night at 11:22, it does the same thing and kicks me out.
Like a little update or some shit? Like a little glitch?
That must be what it's doing. So it's not a ghost. It's this.
At the same time every night. That's crazy.
Every single night.
There's something in a setting that makes it do it at that same time. Okay.
I got to go find it. Hummingbird, good to see you. This is Michelle.
Because you knew it was about to happen.
I seen this screen do a little flicker, and I looked down. It was 11:21. I went, it's about to, and it went down. So,
okay.
So, what were you going to ask us Southern people?
Oh yeah. This is just bad. First off, my mother-in-law does two things that I absolutely don't. One, I can't stand. The second one I don't understand. When she makes spaghetti, this is against the law in my life. Okay. She takes it and she mixes the sauce in it and mixes it all together.
No.
What?
Negative.
No.
They tried her.
No, you can't do that. That's not legal. Sorry.
What you
That's
mean, like
gross.
mixing the sauce with the pasta?
Yes.
Yeah,
no.
I don't do that, and and I'm Southern as they come.
But then the next thing she does is she makes spaghetti and she makes fried potatoes with it. And I went, "What are you doing?" The
Oh,
first time 20 years ago she did this, I was like, "What are you doing?"
mm-mm.
She was like, "What do you mean? We always have fried potatoes with spaghetti." No, we don't. You might, but we don't do that. Is that a Southern thing? Am I missing something?
I've
No.
never
I've never
heard
had fried
such.
potatoes with spaghetti.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Just making sure I wasn't
I
crazy.
don't like a ton of, I like more pasta than I do sauce.
I do too.
So I like
Yep.
to control it. So that's my main reason for keeping it separate. But
Yep.
no, I don't need to fry no potatoes with my spaghetti. That's
Mm-mm.
She doesn't.
But-
She's the only
odd.
person in this entire planet that don't like my spaghetti. She likes my sauce, but she don't like my spaghetti. I make my noodles al dente. I don't like completely soft noodles. I hate that.
You're
Um,
supposed to make them that way.
Right. And I don't put green pepper in my sauce. She puts that in her sauce too, and some other things that I'm just not like, what are you doing? It's sacrilege to me. You know what I mean? So we do have, she makes the fried potatoes and the garlic toast, CZ. That's what I'm saying.
I make fried potatoes, onions, sauteed onions and potatoes in the pan. All good.
Not with spaghetti.
Not with
Do you-
spaghetti, no.
No, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
see, I'll have a big old plate of spaghetti, and then I'll have like maybe 2 dollops of spaghetti sauce, because just enough to wet the pasta, because I'm after the pasta. I'm
That's
not
me.
after the sauce. I'm after the pasta.
One scoop in the middle. I mix up whatever's there. I
I want
used
that pasta.
used
But
to
if you
put
want a side dish, you usually have a salad, right?
Yes.
salad or garlic bread or toast or
Yeah, well,
hot peppers.
garlic bread and salad and spaghetti is kind of like a thing.
and hot peppers with garlic. That's another thing we've always done. Not everybody probably does that, but I do. She is from Alabama. There it is, right there.
Way, way down in Alabama.
She said she must be from Alabama because that's exactly what we do here. That's where she's from. Swear to God.
I'm real close to Alabama.
Roll Tide.
No, from Florida, dude. I don't do the football, but I am from Florida, and I will represent. Go Gators.
You're at the Florida Bama
I'm at
shore.
the Florida-Bama line, yes, sir.
that's what
And
I thought.
I am forced to hear Roll Tide all the time.
Roll Tide.
And my whole family be rolling Tide. I'm like, okay, y'all.
Mm-hmm. My son's in the background yelling it right now. That's our whole family.
Well, most of them.
I love leftover spaghetti too, Lala, and sometimes I'll take it and put it in a pan with butter and fry it the next day.
I like
Have
baked
some
spaghetti.
fried spaghetti.
Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
No, my mother, when we were kids, I got another thing. You guys might want to hold on to your gut here for a minute. My mother was the queen of leftovers, and I mean reusing all the leftovers for different things. Okay. So let's say, for instance, on a Friday, we had spaghetti. There's leftovers because we didn't eat like hogs when we were kids. We barely ate, but my mother was not the greatest cook. I'm putting that out there. I love her to death, but she just wasn't. So she cooked, she still does, very bland. There's no seasoning in anything. And then I married the family that puts nothing but seasoning in and then adds the food to it. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a Southern thing, and I get it and I love it. So anyway, there's leftovers. There's spaghetti. There's noodles left the next day. I wake up. This happened to me, I think the first time I was 8 or 9, and I was going to move out when she did this. She took the leftover spaghetti and she sauteed it in a pan. I guess a couple of days before that, we had shrimp. Okay.
Oh.
She sauteed it in the pan with shrimp, and I'm like, that's cool. Kind of like whatever. I can't think of what it's called right now, but shrimp and spaghetti, blah blah blah. No Alfredo.
Scampi?
No, there was kind of like a scampi flavor, but it was with spaghetti. Whatever.
Okay.
It's fine. Then when I started packing my bags to move out at 9 years old, she scrambled eggs and mixed it all together. I love you, Mom. I don't understand. I still don't understand.
I'd have been like, I'm out.
I told you, 9 years old, I was about to move out of the house. I looked down at the plate when she served it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I looked over at my dad. My dad would eat a pile of shit if you put it in front of him. He ate everything. He doesn't care. My sister looks at me, looks at my dad, looks down. I look down, look at my dad, look down. I looked at my mom. I said, Mom, what is this? It's your breakfast. I said, Mom, what is this? She goes, it's spaghetti and eggs. I said, there's shrimp in it, Mom. You don't. I was 9, by the way. She was like, eat it. My household was, you don't get up from the table till your food's gone. And if you don't eat, guess what you're having the next day?
That same shit you wouldn't eat.
That's exactly what it was. So you ate what it was. Okay. Never heard of that in my life. And somebody please tell me that I'm okay by thinking it's not normal. Okay.
It's not normal. So did you eat it?
Of course I ate it. It wasn't that it wasn't that horribly bad, but the textures together is what got me. That's what got me. Okay. And yes, butter and garlic will make anything taste good, Tammy. You are absolutely correct. Sorry. It is. That's exactly what it was. I'm grateful we had food on the table.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong.
The way to stretch the food. That's perfect right there to say that, because it's a lot of that happened in a lot of homes growing up. You know, my mom had 4 kids to feed. She had a big table to fill every night, you know, and I look back and go, how the hell?
Right. I don't understand the eggs mixed in there. If she'd have left the eggs out, I'd have done it.
Putting a little moonshine in your spaghetti. So I'd wind up drinking the moonshine and not finish dinner. I
had an aunt who would she made, and I loved it as a kid. And it was green beans with scrambled eggs. And she was Italian. I mean, full on. And she would make that. And I was the only one that would try it. And I did. And I loved it. And I ate it at her house all the time.
We did peppers and eggs sandwiches. That was a thing. You know, it's an Italian thing, I guess. But green beans and eggs, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, either until then. I've never heard of it since then. I don't know if she just made that shit up or what. It was good.
She said I ain't heard of it since then.
You know what? I've seen other people say that. CZ says, I can see buttered noodles, shrimp, Parmesan cheese, and basil. Yes, that's normal. She's thinking of a German dish that is noodles and scrambled eggs, spätzle. Well, I make spätzle or spot. I can't say
right. I think that's right? So that adding the eggs is like a German thing. Is that what that means? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Green beans, bacon, and stewed tomato. I don't like stewed tomatoes. I'm sorry. La.
I love tomatoes, but the stewed is the only way I don't care for them for some reason. I don't know why.
Scrambled eggs and spinach, Molly?
Now, I love a good Southwestern omelet. You give me a nice cheese omelet and put me some salsa on the top.
Yep. Tuna fish and melted butter. What the hell, Walt?
English peas and scrambled eggs. I don't even like peas.
Peter peppers and eggs. What the heck are Peter peppers?
Peter peppers and Peter. Hey, what is that thing?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Oh, scampi is amazing. Yes, I know how to make scampi. I make really good scampi, actually.
She sold seashells down by the seashore. Oh, a fucking spider.
Chorizo and eggs. Yes. Chorizo and eggs is very good, Lala. I do that. We do that a lot, actually. We eat a lot of
butter and avocado at the same time.
I've heard that's good.
I have too. Avocado toast with a little bit of peanut butter is not bad. I've tried that. I don't like fish, but tuna's okay. I got you. My wife's the same way. Well, she had a bad experience at someplace down in Alabama called Captain D's. It's like a seafood place.
Called what?
Captain D's.
Well, that's the problem.
Well,
that's the fast food of seafood down here in the South.
It's like far long gone here, right?
I accidentally took my kid there one time, and he's like, "Mom, what is happening and what is this place?" He's like, "This is disgusting." I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like,
Yep.
"Yes."
I make
He
that
wanted to
too.
go to the real seafood restaurant and sit down and have some real fried catfish.
Right. I make that too, Gene. I call it poor man's lasagna, and I'll put provolone and mozz on top of it, and then bake it in the oven. After I mix that all together, I love it. It's one of my favorite things. But I just call it poor man's lasagna. Angel says yes, it's called fagiolini in fricasse, green beans with egg. I put lemon sauce in mine. It's like yes, that is Sicilian.
There you go,
Fagiolini.
Salty.
My mom, there. Bingo. Okay.
Yeah.
Was your grandmother Sicilian by chance, Salty?
Well, it was my aunt, and
Or your aunt?
I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah, she was my aunt by marriage, but her and her mother was like full, I mean, accent and all thick Italian old lady, you know what I mean? And my aunt was an Italian lady, but she was married to a Southern man. But yeah, and so she always had a lot of different types of foods that nobody else in the family had. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I
Yep.
tried different things at her house. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I grew up around that. Christmas time, 7 fishes, multiple different seafoods and stuff like that for Christmas dinner and all this fun
We
stuff.
eat fried fish constantly all summer long.
Yep, I
My
love it.
dad does not let us go without the fish. I got catfish in the freezer right now that I'll fry. I eat my fish fried. I don't eat fish any other way but fried.
I
And
fried the only
you
fish
can't change my mind.
the only fish I don't eat fried is a salmon. I grill that and I'll usually do some weird different things with it, but that's the only one I don't fry. I love it all fried. Catfish
Yeah,
is
I don't eat the salmon, so.
Cheese puffs dipped in Pillsbury Radiant Red frosting. Ooh,
Are you high?
What?
you'd have to be, huh?
Molly? That's a ganja night. It's got to be. Wow.
No, that I can do the cheese puffs, but that radiant red velvet vanilla stuff, no, my jaws would lock up.
Yes, Cassie. I've done that too. I actually do this other salmon where I'll do it in the cast iron skillet, and I wrap it in foil and set it in the skillet, and I slice tomatoes and onions on top of it with garlic and onion powder, salt and pepper, and there's another seasoning I use. I can't think of it right now. And I let it cook that way with butter, with the onions and tomatoes sliced on top of it. It's so damn good. I love it.
Hi, Cassie.
What the
Doodle,
hell?
I love a good pork rind doodle.
Yes.
I love pork rinds.
Homemade ones
Mhm.
are the best. Yes. They're actually, that's probably the only thing when you're on the keto diet that's doesn't make any sense to me, but you could eat all of those you want.
For real?
Yeah. And lose weight off of it because it's
I
pure
don't,
fat.
yeah.
Jules, I do not put parm in my chicken noodle, but I do put it in my wedding soup. It's kind of like chicken noodle, but there's spinach in it or endive, whatever you choose to use. Yes, that's what I am. Sicilian and Slovenian. Simple. With a little bit of Native American in me too. I think we all have a little bit of Native American in us. So welcome everybody. Alicia, good to see you. Come on in. Angel of Virtue, good to see you tonight. I gotta get my soundboard fixed. Actually, I received a gift today. Thank you very much. If you're in here, I appreciate that very much off of the wish list thing. So thank you so very much for that. It is very much appreciated. And I may be able to use my soundboard now. So
Cassie, I love asparagus.
the grilled asparagus is good. Shauna Mart's good to see you.
So do I. I
it
like
roasted.
asparagus.
I did that when I was a kid.
it.
I did that, Trish. My mother did that too. Ketchup and macaroni and cheese, ketchup on scrambled eggs, all that weird shit. Always.
My sister did the ketchup on everything.
Uh-huh.
Like, it didn't matter. It just had to have ketchup on it. Like, whatever, you go, girl. Just don't wear my clothes because you'd be getting that shit all over them.
Fried deer meat mash. Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna have to try that, Cassie. I'm gonna have to try that before I roast it.
Asparagus is
With a little
the best when
shredded
you think,
parm cheese on it.
she's right. That's really
Yeah.
good, Kimber. It's really good. Try it on the grill. If you can grill it, and then put that on there. It's amazing. Fresh. Get it fresh, not that canned soggy crap.
All
Oh no, I
right.
don't buy that canned soggy stuff. It makes me.
What's up, 12? Good to see you tonight. The best way to Doodle.
I add minced garlic to mine too,
You're kind of there, Doodle.
and a couple of pats of butter, minced
Grilled-
garlic, some olive
grilled,
oil,
Yeah.
pats
We're
of
gonna
butter.
get to the Ann Taylor stuff in just a minute, guys.
Yeah, venison steaks
JC.
grill. Doodle is my favorite. JC, welcome back here. All right, guys, come on in, everybody. Sit down, get comfortable, buckle in. So, most of you have seen, as always, Bama. I didn't see it. I'll go back up here and check. There is drama on the home front, as always, in this damn true crime platform. There's always some kind of drama. Most of you, I'm sure, have seen and know. Hold on a minute. I don't see it, Bama. Maria Del Amo, welcome to you. Spanish and Portuguese. Wow. I bet your cooking is amazing. So, the drama, people have, first of all, for everybody that was referring to it, yes, Arctic put out a video. Yes, Arctic was upset and hurt and angry. I spoke with Arctic earlier, late morning, early afternoon. Arctic and I we're good. We worked things out. And I understand why Arctic put out the video he did. And I'm going to say this right now before I go into this. I do not want, and I will not put up with anybody, chow to you 12, anybody talking down about anybody that I mention. I don't care who it is. I don't care what they've done to me or not done to me or anybody else. We don't do that in here, period. Okay? You're not going to talk degradingly about somebody, talk down, nothing. Just, I'm asking you politely to not do that because I don't do that. Okay? So, there are certain things that I agree with and disagree with that go on in life. Okay? I was raised by my mother, my father, certain type of way. Not everybody was. Some people are, some people aren't. And one of the big things is about how people are spoken to and or about, okay? Racism is a big word, and it's a big problem in some ways all over the place and has been for a long time. It's one thing that I do not condone, support, stand by, or any of that right out of the gate, because I've had people call me a racist and a homophobe. I'm not. If you think I am, you don't know me. I'm not going to use, I'm not going to, welcome Bonnie, good to see you. Kim French, welcome to you. I'm not going to use an excuse to explain why I'm not. I was raised to not be from birth till now by very good parents, a very good supportive family. Okay. My sister and I both. There is no color. We are all the same people under the same one God, folks. That's how I was raised, and that's how I always believe. I don't care what color you are, what nationality you are. I don't care what you look like, don't look like. If you got a face on the side of your head, it doesn't matter to me. And it never has. So I do not condone, stand by, support, or am racism, period. I'm definitely not a homophobe. That wouldn't work out in my lifestyle, okay? Most of my friends, not most, but quite a few of my wife and I's friends live that lifestyle. And I support that highly. You guys have seen last month when I was running the multicolored flames for the fireplace back there. There's a reason for that, because I support that wholeheartedly, okay? I know a lot of people use these excuses, but I couldn't be racist either, guys, because I'd be like slapping my daughter in the face. She's mixed black and white. Okay. My oldest child is. And people can think what they think of me saying that, but that's just doesn't work for me. That's all. I don't stand by it. I don't support it. I am not racist. I will never be racist. I just don't know how to be. Okay. It's very simple. I just don't know how to be. There's no other way to look at that. So that being said, I never have been that way. I went through a scenario about a year and a half, almost, yeah, about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years ago, where another creator came out, said some things, and I didn't support it then. And we kind of went back and forth a little bit, and then it was dropped. And that's that, because I don't support it. I don't, as I keep saying, it's not okay with me. Okay. So if anybody thinks that I am based on things that were said, it's wrong. And that's all I have to say about it. That's all I should have to say about it. Should you not choose to take my word on that, I'm sorry, you're wrong. And that's all I can say about that. The issue that's going on with, if anybody comes in here or comes at me because of something somebody else said, that has nothing to do with me. I didn't say it. I didn't do it. I didn't tell her to say or do those things. If you have an issue with it, go over there and talk to her about it. Don't come to me about it. Okay. I spoke with her today, and we understand how everybody feels. I'm doing my thing and going forward. She's doing hers and going forward however she chooses. I will have nothing to do with that, and she knows that I don't support it, so on and so forth. End of story. And that's all there is to that. Now, I got a lot of emails for some reason asking what happened to Truth. Okay. He's done. He left. He walked away, and it has nothing to do with her or that situation. This was something already in the works in his mind, as he had stated yesterday, because of all this other bullshit. He didn't come here for the bullshit, or what his words were. And he can do the same thing he came here for, which was to try to figure out, to try to look into helping to find Sebastian. Without being on here, he can still do that. That's why he's no longer here. It had nothing to do with her situation. It's just a choice he made. I respect and support that as well. And that's why he's not here. He was upset that he didn't get to tell his people that, but that's what he chose to do. So anybody that knows him, just know that he loves you guys and he respects you guys, and that's that. Okay. He'll still be around from what I understand, but that's why he chose to do that. Other than that, I don't know anything else about his situation besides what I just told you. And that's all I know. I will not put up with anybody coming in here talking about either one of them. You know, you're not going to talk down, like I said, talk degradingly or any of that. We don't do that in here, guys, no matter what the situation is. If you want to do that, go over there and do it, or go somewhere else to do it, but don't do it in here, please. That's all I'm asking, respectfully. And if you choose not to stay in here, stay with us because of the decision I made about that, I respect that. I have no hard feelings. I just choose not to go that direction with things. Okay. I don't live my life that way. And I'm not saying that she does. People look at that however you choose to. That has nothing to do with me. I want to stress that. Please understand that. I'm not going to every day go into this whole thing. I'm not going to fight with people over this and here about this and that, play into drama about it. I'm not doing any of that. That is not me. Okay. That's that side. This is this side. It's very simple, folks. I have nothing to do with it. I'm saying it again and again and again because I want it to be understood. And that was the conversation I had with her this morning. Said the same thing. Okay. And that's all there is to it, guys. And again, if nobody chooses to stay in here because I feel that way, I understand. That's all there is to it. Okay. I'm no hard feelings. I respect your guys' feelings on it. And that's that. No worries. Oh, okay, Kim. No problem. Mystery. Agreed. I understand. And I appreciate you guys being respectful. That means more to me than anything with this, okay? It really does. Understanding that we are our own people. We make our own choices and we do what we do on our own, okay? Just because people are close at times within this realm of YouTube, we still make our own decisions, guys. We still say the things we say. We still choose to be who we are on our own. And anybody, regardless of whether I agree with her or agree with what was said or done, I respect the fact that she stands on her own with her own stuff and stands by what she says in her own mind. That's her decision. Just as much as I would hope people would respect me for having the decisions I do, if that makes sense. I hope it does. And that's really all I'm going to say about it, guys. I'm not going to go back to this every day. I'm not going to talk about it every day. I'm not going to go back to it at all. I'm done with it from this point here forward. And that's healthy for me. Okay. And I think that's healthy for the community. We are here in this community for true crime. We're not here for drama. We're not here for crama. We're not here to talk about what other creators do or don't do. If I see a creator that's doing something as I've done that I think is highly wrong and it can interfere with the case or cause a problem, I'm going to call that out. Okay. Just as I did before. That's not going to be, that's something we all should do, in my opinion. Other than that, we are here for true crime. And that has been lost, you guys, in my opinion. It has been lost for a while. And that's why. There's a whole new genre that's been created. Crama. As ridiculous as it sounds, but it's crama. It's drama within the true crime communities. I'm not here in that community. I'm here in the true crime community, so I will not be part of that community. And again, that's something else. If nobody likes that, I respectfully understand, and this just ain't the place for you. That's all. And I'm okay with that, guys. No hard feelings, no nothing. I will not drag anybody. I will not drag creators. I refuse to. If I see it being done, I will deal with it. Okay, because that's not the way we do things in here. I will not put up with that. It's just wrong. And truth is completely separate from that situation as well. Okay. So understand that. I will not sit here and allow somebody to run him into the ground. I don't believe that he did anything that resulted in what he was getting. Okay. That's just wrong for the way people were going at him. That's my opinion. Just because he wouldn't show his face and this and that. Come on, guys. We have the right to our privacy if we choose to. Leave people alone. Nobody comes out here to try to hurt other people on well, I shouldn't say that. That does happen. But that's not what he was about, guys. And I know that, okay, from talking to him. And just, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. So I won't put up with anybody coming in or out of here saying ignorant, nasty things about these people, period. So that's all I'm asking you guys. Just respect what I want in here. And not, that's all I want. And I'm thanking you guys all ahead of time. And I know, because I know this community, that you all will do this. And I thank you now. And I'm asking also to respect my moderators. They will respect you or anybody that comes in here the way that they should and do the things they're supposed to do. This is about the victims of the crimes that we look at. The crimes that we haven't looked at, that we should be looking at and putting out. That's what this is about, not about the rest of this stuff. Okay. Absolutely, Christina. And I do respect that as well. That's amazing. And that's fine. I'm not telling anybody in here that you cannot go watch you can't go watch her channel or any other channels. I never have done that and I never will. You do what you want to do. I'm not your boss. There's plenty of people you guys have watched that I don't like. Okay. For instance, and I've never said a word. This is a different situation. I'm never going to tell you not to do that. That's not how this works, guys. Please understand that. This isn't, I can't support you. You can't come in here because of this, that. No, guys, no. We are grown adults. That's one big thing we got to remember. We are grown adults. We all need, and I'm not saying you guys haven't been, because most of you that are in here, almost all of you in here, well, I'm going to say all of you, are very good people, and you do, okay? The ones that aren't, do not come in here anymore. So there's that. So again, I have spoken to Arctic. He and I are okay. I voiced to him my feelings on this. I voiced to him and apologized that I know I shouldn't say it like that. I apologized that he felt the way he did. And I apologized if he thought anything about me that wasn't true and explained it. And again, we're fine. I respect him very highly. He's a great advocate for the missing, and he does a lot of good work, and that's somebody that's important to me. And that's just how that is. Okay. And that's it. For as I know, for right now, Don, yes, truth is gone. He has chosen to leave here for right now and continue doing what he's been trying to do to help to try to find Sebastian, because he said he can do it just as well at home off of YouTube without having to deal with all the stress, the stress and the crap that is coming through here. But it had nothing to do with the situation from today. It's just all this other shit that has been thrown at him is ridiculous, guys. So, and I have to say, I agree with that. Shelby Lynn, welcome. Good to see you. I understand, Shelby. Absolutely. A lot of people feel that way. And it's understandable. As I explained that when I had that conversation. Everybody has their own feelings about these things. And that is perfectly respected and understood. So, that is all I'm saying. We're done. Moving forward. Thank you all for listening and for being so attentive for that. Mayhem and Miracles, thank you for joining us. Elizabeth Lander, good to see you. Absolutely, Elizabeth, I do agree. Mystery, good to see you. Wildfire, welcome. Are you guys awake or did I put you to sleep?
No, I'm awake. I was listening.
Okay.
I'm here.
I didn't even hear you guys breathing, so I was just checking.
I stay on mute because you never know when my dogs are going to raise hell. So
you're okay.
But I'm here.
No worries. So, welcome, Stephen. Good to see you. As the title says, and as some of you have heard, I believe, Ann Taylor has resigned from being a public defender in Moscow. Oh, are we playing music?
I was pushing buttons.
What?
I was
Brush
pushing
your
What
hair.
is this you speak of?
It's just a thing I have.
Shut up, Doodle. Mayhem and Miracles. Well, it is, yes. If you don't have air or something, it's way too hot to sleep. I agree. Do you stand on ignorance?
No, mystery. I was pushing buttons.
Oh, well. Good God. New England 2020, welcome. Good to see you today. All right, so.
Haha, Cassie, you so funny. You don't hear me snoring, so I must be awake. Hi, Drifty.
Welcome, Drifty. That's a very good point, Christina. I agree with that. That has been the problem for a while, too. All right, I got everybody in here. So again, like I said, Ann Taylor is Miller Time 66. Welcome. Ann Taylor is resigning as a public defender within Moscow and Idaho, guys. And it's a little. That's what I wanted to talk about. Hummingbird, is she still going to be his attorney? Is she going to go private? Do you know what I mean? I mean, what's the deal going to be? That's what I kind of wanted to do this for tonight. Let me find this stuff here.
What's the deal, Ann?
All right. Are these
the
all
tea.
So in 2022, they created a new office, basically, the State Public Defender's Office. And there's, I believe, 23 attorneys, and they handle normally appellate cases, like appeal cases and things of that nature. But they also handle the death penalty type cases. So it appears what is happening is Anne is basically transferring out of county to the state office, which then in turn the state will then pay her directly, and she's probably going to have more resources. Jay now becomes, and now he holds her old position as the chief public defender there. And remember though, she's out of Kunta County, And then the reason they don't have one out of Latah County is they don't have one for death penalty cases. Anne was the closest and best thing, and she's really good at death penalty cases. So, from what I've been able to gather and with the information I have, that's what it appears is happening. So there's nothing filed currently as of earlier in the Kohberger files, as far as on the docket goes. So there's no so I don't think she hasn't retired from being a public defender and is moving away from the case and done, because that's not what I don't believe that's what's happening at all.
I missed the end of that. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell just happened. It happened again. What was the last part of what you said?
It just appears that she basically is leaving the county level public defender's office and moving to the new state office that actually doesn't go into effect, I don't think, until October.
Mhm.
Her resignation goes into effect, I think, later in the month of July. But she will move over to what this new state office that's now open. It's the state public defender's office, and they handle the death penalty cases. They normally will handle the appellate cases, right? Once you move to that phase, and which I'm surprised she probably does handle some of those. But anyway, it appears, I don't know if it's a money thing, because if it's draining the county, because if it's the state reimbursing them to begin with, I don't know, but she appears to be moving from the county level over to the state level to the new office that they have formed under a House Bill 735A that they approved in 2022 using a property tax relief. They all voted for. So, yeah. So now it appears she's going to do the state office, but she will still be the lead attorney for Brian Kohberger, because nothing's been announced saying otherwise. Do you see what I'm saying? Everything would remain the same, just her position is now on a state level versus a county level.
I'm muted. She basically got an upgrade to a higher position per se.
Well, it's a new office, right?
Yeah.
As you can, some of that stuff I sent you talks about it, and there's an article that did I send you the link to that article? Yeah. About when it was formed, how they formed it, the
Right.
office, and and it appears that's what's happening, in my opinion, with because we have the documents where she resigned. We even have the clip of her stating so in front of their county commissioners.
Mhm.
But yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and read that, Dago.
Okay, so this one actually, are these in order, Salty? Should I go back and start from the beginning?
Well, yeah, I mean they are. These are right here are just clips from the same article that I was reading. Then
Right.
there's a whole link to an article above that stuff. But yeah, these you could just kind of read at random. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
All
right. So back to the first one I had put up originally anyway.
Yeah.
And so the new state public defender position is the result, which she just explained to you, but this is the documentation. The result of property tax relief legislation, government little signed in 2022. House Bill 735A in 2022 provided immediate and ongoing property tax relief to all Idahoans by reducing county property taxes by the annual amount counties spent on public defense and transferring the ongoing cost of providing indigent public defense to the state. Okay. Hold on. I gotta flip these around. One second, folks.
Yeah, Bobby, if that's a big if, and I don't think she will. If Anne decided to withdraw, there would be a motion filed. There would have to be, but I don't.
Right.
That's not. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think so. In the middle of a case like this, I don't see anybody doing that. That just looks bad. So, as SPD, Frederickson will.
And CL, yeah, the document that Dago has says she's going to move to the position at the state level, and that's where we got that from.
Right. Frederickson will work with county officials and public defenders statewide to carry out the transition. The new office begins providing indigent defense services on October 1st of 2024. Frederickson's immediate responsibilities will include establishing statewide public defense standards and policies, hiring transition staff, procuring a statewide, hold on. I wish I was better at this stuff, you guys. My apologies. Where'd it go? Providing a statewide, yeah, okay, this is the one. Sorry. Come on now. There we go. A statewide case management system onboarding employed and contract public defenders and facilitating the appointment of district leadership in each of Idaho's 7 judicial districts. So, this is the other guy that's going to be, I guess, in charge of all this, from my understanding.
Well, this is the guy that they appointed to head the office.
Right.
And it is the Office of the State Public Defender, and it was created in the legislation that passed in 2023. And Eric Erickson was appointed. And so he's like the boss, right? So then there's underneath him, I believe there's like 23 attorneys involved so far. And I guess they're adding Ann Taylor to the list. So
Eric Frederickson, that's it.
Yeah,
State Appellate Public Defender. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what the office was designed for, and it was to take pressure and alleviate things off the county level. You know what I mean? I guess they directly will pay because Jay will still be paid by the county because he's still employed by the county, and it even tells you in those documents how much he's going to make per hour and all that stuff. But then Ann will move to this new state office where she will still be a public defender, but in a death penalty high profile case. And so they will pay Ann directly, but there's no mention of what, her pay or anything like that in anything I've seen yet.
And I got to wonder, do you think, in your opinion, that this will make it better for her to defend this
probably
case?
Yeah, because she'll probably get a little more resources available, but going forward, if she's needed on an appellate level and her career is in the back of her mind at all times, this is the absolute best move.
Absolutely. Is it in that document that shows that she's resigning and all that?
Yeah, let me close. I'm on my phone with you guys, but I'm in everything I sent you. I'm looking at now. Yeah, go up to the documents, scroll above the article.
I gotta back it out and read.
Yeah, if you go above those, go above the article link and stuff, you'll see and the only one that's worth reading is the first one. The rest is maybe the second or third, but they're kind of long. But yeah.
That's I understand. I see how there it is.
And they should be in order. They'll have the number at the bottom of the page.
Yep, here we go.
Okay.
And Salty did put up a video on this. Just so everybody knows. But here's the first. Here we go. Oh, this fly is gonna fight me tonight. We're gonna fight. Okay, so replacement capital criminal defense provider agreement effective July 15th of 2024. So within 5 days, this goes into effect, okay? This replacement capital criminal defense provider agreement shall be effective beginning July 15th, 2024 by and between the county of Culinary, a political subdivision of the state of Idaho, by and through its board of commissioners hereinafter, Culinary County and County of Latah, a political subdivision of the state of Idaho, and by and through its board of commissioners hereinafter, Latah County, and J. Logston, attorney licensed to practice law in the state of Idaho and death penalty qualified second seat in the state of Idaho with a current address of P.O. Box 9000, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, blah, blah, blah. Hereinafter, second seat attorney. Whereas the prosecuting attorney for Latah County has brought criminal charges of 4 counts of first-degree murder in which a death notice may be filed, which crime allegedly occurred in Latah County against Brian Christopher Kohberger, defendant. And whereas defendant is entitled to be represented by attorneys at public expense. And whereas Latah County has previously provided and is desirous of continuing to provide the services of competent counsel to represent and defend defendant with a team of death penalty qualified attorneys. And whereas Kootenai County employs second seat attorney as its chief deputy public defender, who is a licensed member of the Idaho State Bar and otherwise competent to represent defendant in the proceedings referred to above. And whereas Kootenai County, Latah County second seat attorney and Ann C. Taylor are parties to a capital criminal defense provider agreement regarding the prosecution of defendant, wherein Ann Taylor is designated as lead attorney for defendant and Logsden is designated as second seat attorney for defendant. And whereas the original agreement needs to be terminated and replaced with a new agreement due to Ann C. Taylor's resignation from the Kootenai County Public Defender's Office, effective July 15th, 2024, the creation of the Office of the State Public Defender, and the enactment of Idaho Code 19-60081, which releases counties from any further financial or legal obligation to provide indigent defense and requires the state of Idaho to assume the full financial and legal obligation to provide indigent public defense. Now, therefore, pursuant to Idaho Code 198594, Latah County and Kootenai County and second seat attorney do hereby reaffirm and accept second seat attorney's appointment in the above referred case as second seat attorney for defendant upon the following terms and conditions. Now, I can read all that, but it's probably going to bore you guys to death. So there is the resignation itself. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, the rest is basically just, legal terminology about what the second seat does, what their responsibilities are, their qualifications, and all that stuff.
And that's what all this is. This is 1-1 is the obligations. 1-2 are the conflicts of interest. Okay. And that just states what that is and what it means. Warranty of fitness to practice law, general performance expectations, capital murder defense expectations, and the insurance at the bottom there. And there's more behind that. But like I said, it's all legal jargon stuff that, again, I could read for hours, guys, because there's a lot of these documents. The nut in a nutshell scenario is that she is resigning from this position as of July 15th and will be taking on that other position, but will still, from my understanding thus far, like Salty said, be on the case to handle the situation. So we shall see. If that changes, it does. If not, as of right now, it doesn't. We don't know anything about that.
But I think it's a smart move if you're Ann Taylor.
Yeah, it's definitely a better situation for her.
Well, it's not I don't, and I'm not, it's not too far out of realm. This office was there. It was already created. It's what it's designed for, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, plus if she can, I don't know if she's ever done an appellate case, because if this case, moves, if Brian Kohberger is found guilty, there will be an appeal filed at some point. Does she want to be a part of that?
Right.
So, I don't know what the major, I don't know the motive behind the move yet. I don't know, just because it makes sense, if it's just like legally makes sense or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe, like I said, I was wondering earlier when we saw this morning and then all that other crap happened. But I was thinking about it earlier, like maybe this will help her in that sense. Do you know what I mean? To help defend the case. We don't know. I don't know, but just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it would help. I just don't know what else she needs help wise. How would I'm having a hard time understanding how things would help her now. What's gonna?
I don't know. I was just, it was
Do
a
you know?
thought, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I know, I understand. Then I gotta start thinking, well, what would help defend all that? I don't know.
I don't know if this being at the state level gives you more resources, maybe, or I don't know. That's what I was thinking about today. Is that something? Because I don't know those things. You know what I mean?
Well, it would give you more resources to analyze the evidence and what you got
Right.
digital and video.
Right. That's kind of what I was wondering. And
Mhm.
we'll find out up down the road here. But until then, we'll have to just wait and see. And I'm trying
Yeah,
to
like I said, nothing was filed in the docket, so
right. Not nope. Speaking of which, hold on a minute, guys. There we go. Always takes me forever to find this link. So where's it at? Let's see here. Here we go. Just to ensure, anytime I speak on Idaho, I always check to make sure there's nothing added, or if there is, what it is. So there's nothing new in the documents, guys. The last one dropped was the 27th of June. Nothing new to talk about there with that.
it's unusually quiet.
Yeah, it's very weird. Yeah. I gotta say that's strange. At least.
Well, they got the they got the scheduling order done. So I know they're gonna have hearings coming up, so I'm looking for those motions for
You're
those
right.
hearings, I'm
Yes.
like, come on with it. But crickets.
Sure, absolutely. That was, I just wanted to give everybody, that wasn't all we were going to talk about tonight, guys. That was the main topic to bring to everybody's attention. I do have other things that we're going to be looking at and talking about tonight in the true crime realm.
Yeah, because when I heard she was resigning, I'm like, well, that just didn't really make sense. Was something wrong with her? Is everything okay? You know what I'm saying? And like, I had to go figure out why, and that's the best I can come up with. And then it says in that document that about it, that office. So I'm assuming that is exactly what's happening. She's just moving there, and everything will carry on except for the way she's paid and some resources.
Absolutely. I did want to reiterate this scenario, unless something about it has changed. I don't believe it has. Mom, do you know anything about Mickey Chain McCain? If she's as far as missing still?
Who?
This one here, I'm sorry.
I faces are better because sometimes names. No, and Nikki, as far as I know, she is still missing, and her husband is free. I know he was burning a vehicle, I believe it was, on his property, which was
Right.
a little odd, and that there was, and I'm speaking purely from memory, guys. I don't have a notebook or anything in front of me. Didn't he like beat her pretty badly, like right before she went and vanished, poof, into thin air?
Yes, that's my
Just
understanding.
from what I've seen, extremely concerning case. And this is one of those that, I mean no ill will to the family, but I pray they find her safe. But it sounds like one of those husbands that probably should have been put in jail before this happened. And then I also saw a girl yesterday out of Tennessee. Her dad was on Twitter, and it was a post that had been put on Twitter. It was out of Tennessee, and she was beat to death by her, beautiful, wonderful boyfriend. And, Metro Nashville let him out. Like, they didn't, like, against the DA saying, don't let him out. And now,
and the dad.
And the dad.
And they found her mutilated body.
Yep.
Is that right,
And that,
Mom? Is that the one you're talking about, Mom?
Yeah, and I mean, it's heartbreaking. These cases are just like it's and I'm the first one to say we can't sit around and bitch about the justice system's broken if we don't are not a voice. But on the other hand, if you are a voice and the justice system is not listening, then what do we do? Like these
that's
are
Yeah.
we can only
these are
do what we can
publicly
do.
right, and these are publicly appointed people, and it's like, what the hell's going on? You can just beat the hell out of your wife and even husband. I'm not just discriminating against women,
It goes
but
both ways. Yeah.
beat the hell out of your significant other and then, spend a couple of weeks in jail and you're released, but get pulled over with a bag of pot and you're doing 5 years. Like, I just don't understand it. Like,
It doesn't make sense.
I
Not
don't
at all.
either. But
Um,
Mom, wasn't that girl in Nashville? Wasn't she like 18?
yeah, dude, she was a baby. Like,
Yeah, she was a baby, and because my husband was telling me about it the other night, and he said her dad went before the judge and begged them not to let him out because she had told him if he gets out again, he will kill me. And
just
when he
beautiful
got
girl
out,
too.
when he got out, they found her mutilated body. She was 18.
sad.
Yeah, she was a baby, dude. And I mean, just a phenomenally, which it doesn't matter if you're beautiful in your own eyes or everyone else's, but either way, I mean, this was like, it, I don't understand it. Like, I really,
Right.
really don't.
But again, her name is Nikki Chang Sali McCain. I don't know if I'm saying that right. She's 39, a reddish brown hair, brown eyes, 4'11", 110 pounds.
Oh,
The
she's
Shasta,
tiny.
the Shasta County Sheriff's Office is seeking the public's assistance, locating a 39-year-old female, Nikki Chang Staley McCain, was last in contact with her family members on May 17th of 2024. So it's been a little bit, guys. She was last seen on May 18th. She was picked up at a home next to Wind River Casino in Redding, California. May have been dropped off at her home in Olinda Road in Anderson, California. Nikki's light pewter metallic 2002 Chevy Avalanche with California disabled parking plate DP154UT was also missing, but later found in Tahoma, California, May 25th. Nikki has a floral design tattoo on her left forearm, and a $10,000 reward is being offered for information leading to her whereabouts. If anyone has any information about Nikki's whereabouts or has any information about seeing the vehicle or its occupants after May 17th, they are asked to contact the Shasta County Major Crimes Unit at 530-245-6135 or by email at mcu@shastacounty.gov, and that's the case number SCS 024002069. And then there's a Shasta County Sheriff's Office again, 530-245-6135. If you have any information about Nikki, guys, please contact those numbers. And let's try to bring her home, everybody.
I hope she's found safe.
Agreed.
I think that judge in Nashville ought to be held responsible, Mom, because that dad went and begged
That's very sad.
that judge not to let her. He begged that judge not to let him out, and he did.
I agree, and it's just like this girl, Nikki. It's almost mirrored the same situation. That's what made me think about the girl in Nashville. It's like, what the hell is wrong with the justice system? Like, what the hell is going on? I mean, jails cannot be that overcrowded. Like, they can't build another one, for Christ's sake. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. Build another one. Use an empty building. Do something. Just stop letting abusers out. Like, stop it.
Right. Absolutely.
See, I hope so too. I hope she just ran away from a bad relationship. But even if you run away from a bad relationship, and this is speaking from my own experience, you have that one person that you reach out to let your family know that you're okay. Don't just vanish. Please don't just vanish, because then we will have you on a missing flyer and you'll be all over Twitter and YouTube.
Right.
Oh no. Mm-mm. I will reach out to mom and say,
And that's the thing, you guys, is we have. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this because I refuse to play into any of that other stuff. I told you guys yesterday, I'm out, and I mean it. I'm out until TBI or Sumner County pops up and says, here's an update. Here's the information. That's when I'm going to talk about Sebastian's case. I'm going to repeatedly put his name up and his face up here and there to remind everybody so that we don't forget about it. But I won't get into any of that other conversation stuff. I'm not doing it, dude. I can't. So, no. We're going to be, am I kin, Yvonne? No, I'm not, at all. I will not be covering any of the drama stuff. None of that stuff anymore, guys. It's not finding him. And that's what we need to focus on. So that's what I will be focusing on, is showing his face, reminding everybody that this child's still missing until he's not. So please understand that. If you're coming here to look for any of that stuff, it's not going to be in here. That's all I can tell you. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay. Now, no, Yvonne, nobody is. Yes, Annie, and welcome, Annie. It's good to see you. Where was I going? Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys. I get a little lost within myself when I read things and try.
Andy, are you on top chat or are you on all chat?
Hey, criminal. Good to see you. Where, Andy? In here? Listen, guys, you cannot, if you're in here, you cannot block my moderators, or you can't be in here. Okay, that's just, we can't do that because they have to be able to do what they're doing. If you're not comfortable with that or with them, I understand if you don't want to be in here. That's perfectly fine. Is that what you guys are talking about in here?
Yeah, she said but I don't think that Yvonne's necessarily a.
Oh, no, she's not.
No.
No, that's not what I was saying at all. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. That's all.
Yeah.
Because that is the most important thing, is that, like I said, you guys have to respect the mods. They do what they do. They will treat you with nothing but respect. That is fact. So please treat them the same way. That's all I ask. Ouch. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me check Andy and see what is going on over here. I have to pull this back up. That's why. Okay.
Doodle.
There we go.
And if you block the mods, you can't get a hello from a mod, dude. Like, that's not cool.
If you block me, you won't get
cake.
Oh, okay, Nanya. I see ya. I hadn't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Good to have you here. No, we're not. I don't know where that even came from. I'm not related to Clue at all. No, you're fine, Yvonne. You don't have to worry about that. No, there will be lying out there, guys. No, I'm not related to Clue, and I'll reiterate, because some people did come back in. I do not support nor condone nor stand by anything that was said. I'm highly against that kind of stuff. Okay, and I will stay that way. And I cannot associate with things like that. I just won't. That's all there is to it. Again, anybody that's not comfortable with that, you don't have to be in here. I understand that. That's okay. That's all I'm reiterating. So moving forward. $12 gauge isn't even in here anymore. He's live now. What, Leslie? No, definitely not. No. I would have had to have been 5 years or 6 years old for that, Leslie. So that didn't work. Welcome, Mittens. Oh yeah, I mean, at some point we were, but things change things. That's all I can say. I can't stand by something like that, guys. It's against my morals. That's how I was raised. They won't
George
support
Michael blew a hairball on my pillow. Elizabeth, is your cat named George Michael?
I hope so, because otherwise that's strange.
Yeah, that's really strange considering he's out in the
Right.
We shared the same birthday.
It would take like tarot cards, a spirit box, a Ouija board, and a couple other things to summon him. So.
That's a whole different channel.
Oh, okay. That is her. Yeah, that's a whole different channel. That is her cat.
Right.
George Michael is her cat, so we don't need all those other things. That's
Photo.
That's a definitely different channel.
I get to go see my grandkitties next week. I'm so happy. I have a Maine Coon. Yes, I have grandkitties. Both the boys have cats.
Do I get to hold the Maine Coon?
She is evil, but I'm sure she will let you hold her for a moment. She loves
before she kills me, before she rips my throat out.
She loves Mr. Monster. He calls her Fluffy, and she is attached to him the entire time we are around. Mittens, when they first got her, she was little bitty, and her feet were almost as big as the palm of my hand. And I asked the kids, I was like, do you guys realize what kind of cat this is? And she was like, well, she's a rescue, blah, 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 blah. I was like, have you looked up what kind of cat this is? And the kids are like, no. I said, you realize this cat's going to be the size of the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're big kitty.
Big kitty. Welcome, Lacey. Good to see you. So I'm going to give you guys a little more of an update. We were talking the other night about it's kind of an obsession with me now. The Ladybird Lake scenario, the smiley face scenario.
Oh yes, let's do that.
This popped up yesterday, and I just kind of want to keep you guys up to date with things when they do pop up.
Have we heard anything else on the Caleb Harris, by the way, Dago? Is there anything? I check every morning, but I haven't seen
anything. I check every day, sometimes twice a day, and they just
I do too. But I haven't seen anything. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't not seeing anything, and you were seeing something that I wasn't seeing.
No, I get it.
What I mean, because we might be looking at two different things, and
no, I understand.
It's a whole thing.
And please, if anybody sees something that we're not seeing, let us know, because we all want to know. Okay. 100%. So back to the whole Ladybird Lake thing, guys. This was hopefully I can do this. This is something. It's a case I've kind of obsessing over a little bit, because there's a lot to it, and it goes along in my mind. It somewhat relates kind of to the smiley face scenario, and I can't pull them apart yet. You know what I mean? So give me a second here, and we will get this up and rolling for you to hear. This is through TMZ, and it popped up yesterday, like I said. Leslie said, "Did you guys see? Even the gorillas are all of a sudden stealing babies out of the African. And sorry, but eating the fingers and toes and since the New Year, huh? What?
What the hell?
Eating the fingers and toes and since the New Year, about 35 babies." And they don't know what. What? No, I've never seen or heard that. Good God Almighty, that's weird.
Just their fingers and toes.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, CZ's right, guys, and I said that once before, because I looked at it. They said it could take 4 to 6 weeks, maybe a little bit more, if depending on circumstances, for
Yeah,
Caleb.
I've heard
So,
that, but I still check.
oh
every
yeah, no, I
day.
do too. You never know. You never know. I don't think anybody is taking Ann's place, Adam. I think that she'll still be there dealing with it until they change that. That's what I'm going with. Jay Logston is the second seat, so if she's not there by some happen chance or whatever happenstance, sorry, he will stand up and be that person at that point.
Well,
Until
no, it's Ann's transferring over to a position with the state that is a public defender's position. And as far as we know, she will still maintain her lead attorney on the case. Jay is still second on the case, but Jay took over Ann's county position. So that's what's happened there. And nothing else to indicate that she's not going to be an attorney. She's still an attorney. I know when everybody saw the word resign, it's like she's, quitting her job and all this stuff. That's not what happened. This was a new department set up a year ago. It goes into effect this year. And they handle the types of cases that we're seeing right now that she's handling, the death penalty case. So it appears that's what's happening. And the state will pay her directly versus the county. So that's the difference. And it's just basically for job purposes, financial purposes, legal purposes type thing. Nothing has been filed yet to indicate anything other than that, so we'll have to, if we see it, we will definitely be the first to bring it out there for sure.
Exactly. Absolutely.
See, I think that's what my cat is. She's got some Norwegian. She's either got some Maine Coon or some Norwegian forest cat in her. She's a big old girl.
You and Mr. Fox. Yes, we are good. Arcticus, if he wasn't busy, I'd have him in here right now. Or I haven't really talked to him. I know he was getting his car fixed earlier and so on and so forth.
He was on a panel earlier with Cold Case Crystal and Duchess and Nonsense. They were just talking.
Yeah, in fact, I'll even do this just to show that I didn't, but I will. I love Arctic. I have nothing but respect for Arctic, so he's always welcome here, and that's all there is to it. So Arctic, if you can hear me, bro, if you're not busy, there's a link in there. You pop in here and join us if you feel like it, sir. Throw a little more testosterone in here. It always helps out too. So. Yeah, Shelby, thank you so much for the super chat. Dad, would you consider doing a live on Haley Cummings in Florida? Yes, I know.
Yes, that's all.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I heard that name. I rarely hear anybody say that. Haley Cummings from Florida. That child is still missing. Yes,
it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will definitely do that, and thank you for bringing that up. Do me a favor, if you will, Shelby, send me an email just to remind me.
Oh, there's a lot with that case, unfortunately, and it needs to be solved for sure.
No, Taylor, we aren't going after Arctic. We're inviting him in here to chat with us. We love Arctic.
Said that, Taylor? No, hon. We're friends, Taylor. We talked all of this out this morning. He was absolutely right for saying the things he said, and he warned me that he didn't understand it at first. That's why he said what he said. We've talked it out. He understands. I understand, and I'm with him on this. Understand that. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. We're on the same team.
Nobody has said a negative word this entire time.
No, there is nothing. Me and him are on the same team, same page. I love Arctic to death. And
Mom, did you say you are aware of Haley's case too, right?
Kaylee's case was one of the first ones I covered. When one of her grandmothers was living in Daytona.
Okay.
And one of her grandmothers has passed away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that case as a whole, like that's a live where you better get ready to sit down for several hours because there are so many moving parts in that case.
Yeah. We'll probably have to break it down into a couple of days when I do it, but for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's so many moving parts in that case. But yeah, she's one of the very first cases that I covered because some of the people that are involved in her case have a connections to another case that I started
Mhm.
covering when I first started my channel. And I've done a couple of videos on her. I think a live, maybe. I don't know. I did. It was a while back, but yeah,
Right.
that the detective is still here in Florida too. That he's no longer a detective; he's retired.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure if we contacted him, he would be more than happy to either send an email or maybe even possibly speak because that case haunts that man.
I want to imagine, Mom, because oh wow, I could only imagine, given the circumstances.
Shelby,
do
she's
kids
not
just
forgotten. She is
no,
definitely not forgotten,
no.
especially for those of us that
Mm-mm.
are in Florida. Like she is
They,
not
yes,
forgotten.
yeah. That's a name that I knew it right away as soon as I heard it. I'm like, wait, what? Haley Cummings? Who said that? You know, let me. They've looked for her high and low. Never been found.
Right. It's a very sad situation. I dropped Arctic a link. He just messaged me back, said he's dog tired. He'll come up tomorrow for the early one if he's home and so on and so forth. But everything's good, guys. So no worries. Like I said, and anybody that would go after him, I would stand by him against that too. That's
Hey,
fact.
Mom, do you know where Misty
Absolutely.
is anywhere? Yeah, I do too. Arctic's a cool guy. I saw that this morning, you know, what he said, and I can't disagree with him, you know, and I'm not in all that war with what's going on over there, but we know what, like you said, Dago, what's acceptable and what's not. Nobody's talking bad about anybody. Just move on from it and do what's right and do better. So, Mom, do you happen to know any information about where Misty is these days?
Those two are in and out of jail so much that there's honestly no telling.
Yeah, I didn't know if she was in or out right now.
I'm not even sure. Like those two are in and out of jail so much. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
saw like 6 months ago he went back to jail. Like
Mm-hmm.
they stay in and out of jail.
Yeah. Crazy.
Shelby, her stepmom is very sus. Like
Yeah.
Anybody that misunderstood that, Holly, she is resigning the position she's in to take a position in a higher seat on the state. Okay, but she's still going to be covering Brian's case as of right now. That's, if it's misunderstood, that's what this means. That's what she's doing. We just read the documents on it and all that. So
Yeah, she's still a public defender, but now moves to the state level versus the county, and that's who will pay her now versus the county.
yeah, she's not
And
resigning from Brian's case.
that had nothing to do with Brian Kohberger's case. And what was happening in that case is that it was strictly just resigning from the county public defender's office and appointing Jay. And they were appointing Jay as now the head of that office, and she moved to the state office.
They're just basically playing musical chairs and moving around right now. That's all.
Yeah.
I agree, Elizabeth. I absolutely agree. Thank you, Leslie. Gifted a membership. I don't see who got it, but congrats to who you are and what. Who is it?
Stormy Skies.
Stormy. Congrats and welcome to the saw. Another meatball in the house. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Elizabeth. It's understandable. But thank you guys again, and thank you, Leslie, again for the membership. Welcome, Stormy, and let's see what they're saying about this scenario here, real quick. And the title on this is there a serial killer in Austin? I mean, it kind of looks like it. No worries, Holly. No worries at all. No, it's not clickbaity, Elser. It's exactly what it is. She's resigning her position. I'm putting it out there like that so people understand exactly what it is. I had to understand it too. I'm not being.
They put out the document that said she resigned, and then when you read it, and then you see what it is, and
Right.
so that's exactly what it was. actual things. So
as the title says, Ann Taylor resigns. What's going on? So it's explained that way. It's not clickbait. It's okay. All right. Make sure let me know if you guys hear this. Okay.
Weird in Austin, Texas.
5 bodies pulled from Lady Bird Lake in just 6 months.
A dead body to shore this morning along Lady Bird Lake.
Austin police recovered a body from Lady Bird Lake this afternoon.
Since 2022, 12 bodies have been found in Lady Bird Lake. And the authorities are saying they're accidental drownings, they're suicide, but no foul play. That seems really weird to me.
A man reported missing at the end of March was found dead in Lady Bird Lake over the weekend.
It's the second time this year a man in his 30s was found in the lake.
There are signs that there are similarities with some of the victims here. Most of them are men. There's even a theory that this was somebody who was going after gay people. It just is weird.
People, all male, all alone, gone.
Queer men, bisexual, gay men have certainly been targeted. Specifically, I think this theory is alluding to apps like Grindr, where people are targeting them. And there's even a witness statement, I think, from a bartender who mentioned, I want to go after and kill homos, is what he said.
Since last February, the city's installed more lights and cameras along the trail closer to Rainey Street.
I had also read that they were now, because all these people have been found, in this lake, that they're now putting up like maybe security fences and things like that. But I can totally imagine guy goes out to a bar, gets drunk, he's walking along, there's no security fence, falls in.
We're learning more about a body that was found in Lady Bird Lake on Monday afternoon. Just a few minutes ago, Austin police say this case is not being ruled a homicide at this time.
What I find really troubling with Austin PD is ultimately what they come out as the disposition for these bodies. Some of them are just undetermined, but it's not a homicide. Well, if it's undetermined, how can you say it's not a homicide?
Thank you, Criminal Confidential. I will pull that up here in a little bit.
Dago, hang on. We do have the clip. We've seen it. And she doesn't really explain anything except that Jay gets promoted to her old position.
Right.
And then they talk about some bathrooms in a building that Ann wants to make it clear is the business of the owner to maintain those bathrooms. They clarify that. But Dago's got the clip, so we're not trying to do clickbait here. I'll be glad to post those documents straight to the community tab individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there was.
Yeah.
And you guys can see them for yourself. You read them, you decipher them, you determine. But it clearly says Ann Taylor resigned from the county office. So, but it's nothing to do with Brian Kohberger's case.
No. She's just moving up to a state level, guys. That's all she's doing. From the county to the state level, she's going to continue defending Brian Kohberger in the same aspect unless something changes down the road. And all they did was promote her to that seat, and then they brought Jay Logston up to her seat. Okay, he's the second seat in this case. Okay, but she's still defending Brian at this point. That's exactly how the document reads, and it was a state-read document. So. That's all. And I understand how people can get confused with it. That's why I wanted to explain it today, because I could imagine seeing this once I saw it and people going crazy saying that she's resigning and not going to be defending Brian, blah, blah, blah. That's why we want to explain it that way.
Exactly. We didn't want people to think that she just, bailed on Brian Kohberger and all this stuff. No, that's not what's happened. That's not what happened. And then we're trying to explain that that's not what happened.
Absolutely. Thank you, Aces. Please send it to me and I will talk about it for sure. But that's why we're doing this tonight, guys, so that it can be explained and people don't get confused. That's all. Sweet Melissa, welcome back. Good to see you. Yes, Dior. I covered Dior's case a couple times.
No, Captain, she won't be getting 2 paychecks because she no longer will be working for the county. She will only work for the state. The state now pays Ann Taylor's salary.
Yeah. She might make more, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you, Captain Jenks, tonight. Thank you for joining us. All right, forward we go. Is Mr. Steven here tonight? Oh, he's been out there helping. Yes, I agree. All right.
I think he's traveling. I think he's traveling right now.
Right. that the Orcoons case was a big one for me. It still is, and I will revisit at certain times. You'll see me revisiting some of these cases because they're kind of close to me. That's why that case bothers the hell out of me, and it always has. So thank you, Melissa, for that as well. Idaho, 9 years tonight. The sheriff, who is close with the family, is retiring. 2 PIs are now good. 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 And I hope they're looking at the right people. Yeah, truth. She will still be his lawyer. That's absolutely correct. And she just works for the state now, not the county. I know we're going to have to explain this a few times so people absolutely get it. You know what I mean? It is something I was confused when I first saw it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and it's a new office that was formed, and you know, it really, I think it goes into effect in October.
Yeah.
So she's just preparing for the move, I guess.
Right. And I think that's why they release these documents, so people don't flip out and go, oh my God, you know, she's not going to be his attorney anymore, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And that's, again, why we wanted to do the show tonight, to present the information so people don't do that. Okay. Once I read it and looked at it, and I still didn't fully understand it, but hearing that she's still going to be defending Brian is what I wanted to know. That was all. That's the important part of it. So that's a good point, Mom. I may have to do that.
Or is that chat? What's that thing that hangs out at the top? That summary?
What did you say, Leslie? I'm sorry.
Goodness.
I mean, that's their business, guys. I don't know what to say. These things happen. You know, there's always going to be repercussions, reactions to actions, guys. It's what happens. Right, truth. You don't have to freak out, guys. Everything's good with the Ann Taylor thing. So, like I said, maybe she'll have more resources handed to her to do it, so on and so forth. I don't know. So, all right, let me play this video and get through this real quick.
To which, when you're doing an autopsy, you should be able to tell whether they died from drowning or some other way. And if you're not disclosing that, why not?
It's also a tourist destination and one of their big draws for the state. I mean, you got all these nightclubs. Do you really want it out there that there's a possible serial killer? Because it could create a frenzy or hysteria. On the other side,
thank you,
got
Ace.
some cops that would love nothing more than to be working on a serial killing investigation. See, it's a push-pull.
One of their reasons was that there's no through pattern, like with all of them. And they're saying, well, with most serial killers, they identified Ted Bundy, it's got to be a woman with dark hair and all this stuff.
Everything is accidental, undetermined, like not being like it's just too many. Oh, well, it just so happened.
Well, Ashley, you're a mathematician. 12 bodies in 2 years.
I need so many more numbers than that. I mean, given the population, it's not completely unheard of, especially if there's bars nearby and a body of water. Even when I'm sober, swimming is pretty rough.
There are bodies of water near almost every metropolitan area, but you really, to your point, you don't really see numbers this close together with a lot of accidental drownings in one specific place. So there's either something geographically wrong with the area that makes it dangerous, or there's something else going on here that we don't know.
You know what it reminds me of a little bit? Is that you look at the Gilgo Beach serial killer.
Rex, did you do it?
For 11 years, they dismissed it. And it's nothing. Well, they're finding these bodies. And at a point, not all of it's accidental. Not all of it's disconnected.
You do have a party place next to dangerous place. Like when I went to college, I went to UC Santa Barbara, and Isla Vista is on the cliffs. Right, and the beach is right below. Every year, somebody falls off the cliff. Sometimes they die, sometimes they don't.
I was at that school for 4 years, and nobody did that.
I do also think there's a problem with the police department. In 2008, Riyad Hamad was found on the bottom of the river, duct taped, hands bound, feet bound, duct taped.
Yeah, truth. We did the documentary on this the other night. It was really good. The way they put that together. It really tells the story. The end of it was a little off, but that documentary that we watched the other night was really good. And this case has me mesmerized. It has for a long time. And again, it's hard for me to keep this and that smiley face scenario separate because there's so much of the MO is the same on this. You know what I mean? So just saying.
Tape on his eyes, and they said it was accidental. It was a suicide.
That's crazy.
They said it was a suicide.
Yeah, very good.
But I think in every serial killer investigation, doesn't it always start out with law enforcement pretty much not going out and saying, hey, it's a serial killer? It takes time for them to really come to that.
That's why with the smiley face scenario, it's the bar scenario, same thing. Almost all men, or it is all men in that sense. I can't, in my mind, I can't separate the two because it's so close. You know what I mean? So, hey, Norma, good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. But yeah, that documentary was amazing. I loved it.
Oh, because it's such a rare occurrence.
But this isn't rare.
There's no transparency between what the investigation that the police are doing and the public that want answers. And that's why everybody's questioning it.
This is definitely a dumping ground of sorts. If you've got all these bodies showing up in a mass of water, maybe several of these bodies that do have consistent through lines to them, to their kills or accidental drownings, they could be a part of something bigger.
Maybe a serial killer knows that this is a place that people tend to fall in. So he's like, let me just use this as the dumping ground because then the law enforcement's not going to think it's a serial killer.
They want to accomplish what's in their fantasy, and they need to get away with it. That's what they're thinking about.
Serial killers are not normal people, right? So what drives them to do that? There's something specific in that killing that gives them pleasure and excitement or gets them off. And so that's where the MO comes in, that they will have it's like a ritual for them.
What if a serial killer says, you know what, that's what they think they're looking for, so I'll just do it differently each time, but I'll keep doing it, and I'll outsmart the cops.
It's possible, but a lot of them have like real specific things that either turn them on or that are their ideal fantasy that they're trying to do. But it is
the fantasy
possible.
might be escaping the police.
And the other fantasy might be, I want to try this.
Did one of you guys say something?
Nope.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well, I don't know, True. I can't separate it. I just can't. It's so much. It's almost identical. I don't know. I'm not saying the happy face. I'm saying the smiley face scenario after the fact. I mean, everybody has their own opinions about it. It's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? I just wondered for a long time.
I want to try this. I want to try that. Like they're experimenting with different things. It's possible.
Rex.
All right. So there was that. Like I said, that came out yesterday. I thought I'd show you guys since we were talking about that the other night. Yeah, CZ, I remember that. Let me see something here. Right. There was actually, I think it was a year ago when I was going through this stuff with Lady Bird. They pulled a car out of there a year ago.
It would make you believe if it was like a serial killer type situation. It has to be somebody local that knows that area, like the water. Like that's so convenient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, random stuff happens all the time. I get it, but that's like a lot of random people in the water. Just saying, it's like their choice. Like Gilgo had his area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like this person's, for whatever bizarre reason that might be, and there could be it could go back to their brother drowned when they were children. You know what I mean? It's the reason they're in the water. I mean, it's stupid. It's crazy, insane stuff that these types of people will think of.
Right, right. Absolutely. Okay, so again, I'm trying to give the updates and stuff that we do. So the manhunt is still going on for Josh Zimmerman. You guys know who I'm talking about with that one. You should at least. And it's here. Let me show you an update on this. This is from 10 hours ago. Again, this guy scares me, you guys. I'll be dead set honest on this. He scares the shit out of me. Because of what we know about him, because of the fact that he's got so many different looks, the fact that he doesn't care, and that he's a thrill killer as well. That's scary to me. And again, the biggest thing is that they don't know where he's at. Oh, wait a minute. All right, I'll show you this real quick, and then I have something else that's new that came out. I wanted to let you guys in on too. Don't let me forget.
Hey guys, it's day 26 for the manhunt of escaped. I'm going to start with a potential serial killer, rapist, abductor, kidnapper, Joshua Zimmerman. Here's what we know. The last time he was seen, June 15th, 24, in DeSoto County, in that little region. He has not been seen since. Now, last night, we discovered his original Facebook, and it lists Philadelphia as his hometown and as his place of residence prior to the arrest, which is interesting because there's nothing on any of his reports, background checks, or anything that link him to the city of Philadelphia. He has links to Reading, Pennsylvania. So again, everybody has to start putting their guard up. You haven't seen this guy, and we're going on a month. So when authorities don't have an update, they can use the public's help. Now, that doesn't mean that we're magicians. It means that maybe he's not moving. Maybe there just is no sighting. But again, keep checking your ring, keep checking your surveillance, check all of that stuff. If you own a business, look through your footage at night just to see if somebody was walking in the back, getting food in case he's not staying. So we're not going to, in case he's not staying at a house. So let's not just say that he's staying at a house. Let's make it more broad. If he is in the woods somewhere, he has to get food, X, Y, and Z. And it's just too hot. I'm not sure how hot it is out there. But if he is laying low in abandoned warehouses or something, he has to go through dumpsters, or he has to get food if he doesn't have cash. Now, this isn't your normal escapee. That's the problem. So this guy has the means to get cash. What does that mean? He can have money sent to him. He can make money. He can be posing as a tattoo artist, like we said, that he did in Connecticut. And you're now seeing stuff like that pop up in South Haven. So he can make money legally. He has the ability to do so, but he doesn't have, I guess, his paranoia level is raising. It's going quick. If you go there for, say he is having a tattoo pop-up shop and it's him, he's going to be wondering, do you know who he is? Do you know what's going on? So you don't want to bring up any kind of escape talk if you end up going to one of these tattoo places. Now, again, stop getting tattoos at places that just popped up. Go to reputable tattoo parlors. I know there are some out there. There's actually I think 3 or 4, maybe 2 or 3 reputable places in DeSoto, in that little region, and then especially in Memphis. So go there. Don't go on Facebook Marketplace, because you guys are setting yourselves up for something that's just deadly right now. You have an escaped killer, rapist, and kidnapper who has no other option but to run by any means, whether it be kill you, whether it be rob you, no matter what. He has to get away. You don't. He has nothing to lose. You do. So again, lock your doors, secure your vehicles. Let's start expanding the awareness radius. His Facebook lists Philadelphia as his hometown, even though we know it's not. He's from Waterbury, Connecticut. And that's where he started this whole crime spree, where he was raping, kidnapping men. I mean, he raped men, he raped women. He likely could be into cross-dressing, which is why I'm calling him the cross-country cross-dressing serial killer. This guy can pose as a woman. His photos are hard to find without a filter. I think the only ones that he has are his mug shots. And those are those are just creepy. And he's not going to look like his mugshot. You guys remember Danilo when he escaped? He's not going to look like his mugshot. Danilo was only gone for 14 days. And now we're going on 26. We're 12 days ahead of Danilo. So this guy literally is rocking a whole new appearance. So I'm not going to say forget what he looked like on that mugshot, but pretty much put that mugshot aside, with the exception of a lazy eye to the left. He has a tattoo on the neck. Look for tattoos on the arms. If somebody's wearing a long sleeve shirt in this kind of weather, I mean, look for stuff like that.
And please let me reiterate what I've been saying every time I show this guy. I keep showing him for a reason, guys. He's deathly dangerous. Okay. Please, if you happen to see this face, I'm sure you're not going to forget this face. Okay. Turn around, walk the other direction, pick up your phone and dial 911 and get away from him now. Okay. He could be anywhere. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, California, Arizona, anywhere you think this guy could be there. The thing with this guy that scares me the most, he has help from people that obviously either have money or they know people that are important, because DeSoto County was paid off by somebody on the outside to get this guy out to begin with. Remember that, okay? He was walking in line with other inmates, chained and shackled, stepped into an open door that was unlocked, and stepped back out in full-blown street clothes, no shackles, no handcuffs, and walked out the front door with his file in hand. This is crazy, folks. The guy's dangerous, and whoever he's affiliated with, in my opinion, is dangerous as hell, too. To have that kind of power, come on. And the people that were inside that did they erased the records in the computer system, too. They were confronted about it. It was no big thing. They did it, they admitted to it, and on we go. That is scary to me, folks, because you don't know where he's at, where he could be, and what he will do. He tattooed his name on the side of a woman's face and then shot her in the head. That's insanity, okay? So please be careful. Please pay attention. Please keep your eyes open. While something like this is out walking the streets, as far as I'm concerned, nobody's safe. That's why I keep showing this to you guys repeatedly every other day. My understanding, Jenks, was that they had the CIA involved in looking for him. You know how word is on the street and YouTube. I have seen no documented proof on that yet. I can't tell you. I can almost guarantee you the FBI is, for sure, okay? But I don't know. I don't know. I was told the CIA was in on helping to find him, people that work for them. I don't know.
Doesn't he dress as a woman as well?
Yes, he has multiple looks. Male, female, he doesn't care. And he has SA'd males and females, guys. It doesn't matter.
I thought that was the case, and he was the one that was known to dress as the woman.
Yeah, he does.
That makes him even more dangerous. Cause
yeah,
every picture I've ever seen, that eyebrow is cocked up like that. Yes, the guy scares the hell out of me. I'm dead serious, folks. I've never been afraid of a picture of a criminal on a computer before. Every time I talk about this guy, I get goosebumps, and it freaks me out because I know how dangerous he is and the damage he can do. Nick explained that he's the type of person, because he's a thrill killer, that if somebody noticed him in a mall, he wouldn't just take out that person, he'd take out the whole mall. He has nothing to lose. And this type, people like this, he's not going to go back to jail, folks. He's not going to prison. I will promise you that. So if he does get caught, it's going to be ugly. That's all I'm saying. He's very, very dark inside, like mentally dark, bad. So please be safe. Keep your eyes, your ears open. Look over your shoulder. Don't ever let your guard down with stuff like this, guys. Because until we know he's off the street, we don't know where he's at. That's the thing that scares me about that. He could be here. He could be where you're at. That's why I'm doing this. So, it's crazy shit. Crazy. People like this should just not. They shouldn't exist. It's just not fair to society that this can happen, in my opinion. So.
He's going out in the daytime to avoid putting on a long sleeve shirt in this kind of weather. I'm sure he doesn't have to wear one at night. Depending now, it all depends. When he was in jail since September, so he didn't have much sunlight, right? He's out now. He's getting a tan. He's going to have a different complexion. This guy can pass as white, black, and Hispanic, depending on the time of year, okay? He can pass as a woman. He can pass as anything. This guy has the ability to pass as a lot of things, and that's not very common. And it's not common that people would do that, but then again, you have a very uncommon kind of guy, a guy that'll tattoo you on the head, blow your head off, and go on to live a life thinking he's going to run. And
I'm trying to remember his age right now. I think is he 34? I put it out here before. I'll have to go look at it. I have so much fun in my head. I want to say.
Do we have any, totally off subject, but have we seen any pictures of him dressed in female
Yeah. Oh, the female stuff? No. I put up a picture the other day of all of his different looks. Other than that one, that's the only one I don't have is the female version of him.
So if you have a strange female, and he's got ties to the East Coast, right?
Connecticut, Michigan, Tennessee, South Carolina. Yeah. Connecticut, yeah.
Yeah, Robin, that's what I'm saying. That's terrifying. Just what he is, that's terrifying. So, like, if you have a strange woman come up to your vehicle or pulls a Bonnie and Clyde and is broke down in the middle of the road, don't help them until this guy's found.
I just heard that, Alabama. Thank you for the info. Here's the thing, folks. If you see, and I'm not saying that there aren't women that are built, okay, but this guy's pretty buff. If you see a tall woman that's buff that just looks a little bit out of place from most other women, take a double look, okay? Please. That's what you're going to be looking for. And yeah, this guy's like a chameleon for sure. I have to bring up his stats again so you guys can. I will after this video, and I'll show you the age and height and all that again, okay? And the pictures of what he looked like. At one point, when he was in jail, he looked like he could have been Saudi Arabian, okay, with his beard and stuff going. And then he goes to this look, and then he goes to another look, and then he goes to the female thing. I like it. This is crazy. That's why he's so scary to me. He was in Tennessee, Norma. So, and he's a tattoo artist. There's another thing, as well as a hairdresser or a barber. Sorry. So he could be doing any of those things, you know what I mean? And just surviving in that sense. But I think because of how he escaped, he's got to know somebody of importance or somebody that has some kind of money to be able to get him out the way they did. That's just my opinion. But once I go through this, I'll go back and show you guys the video that showed all his stuff on it again.
Start over? No. One is enough. Two, you would think he couldn't do. I mean, how many bodies does this guy have? He definitely has a lot of survivors, but how many are not able to testify? Again, be on the lookout. If you see anything suspicious, DeSoto County, it's you guys right now that have to be like the front line of this. Let's try to get this guy before he leaves your area. I know you don't want him there, but if we catch him, that's better than a multi-state fiasco. I can't emphasize this enough. We have to get this guy caught in that region. We cannot let it expand to the East Coast. It's going to cause a lot of outcry and a lot of problems. This guy has the ability to evade capture, apparently, or he's able to just lay low. But again, he's 99%. There's a very high chance that he is in DeSoto County, very close to where he escaped from where he got the ride. So again, DeSoto County is not that big. So if you see something suspicious, call 911, turn over any surveillance. If you have any information at all that can lead to anything that'll lead to the individual who's on the run, call the U.S. Marshals, call the FBI, don't call the FBI, call the U.S. Marshals, call 911, and call Dago.
Do not call DeSoto County. That's where he escaped from. Do not call them. They cannot be trusted at this point. That was stated multiple times. Call the U.S. Marshals. And I guess Dog the Bounty Hunter's on this now too. His number's on there, but call the U.S. Marshals first and foremost, guys. Or just dial 911 and tell them what you're talking about, and they will connect you with U.S. Marshals. No, Jeanette, I did not. She found him on her own. And I warned her about that. You know, people have to see for themselves, and she learned, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, sweet Melissa, he could definitely be in PA. He could be in Ohio. He could be anywhere in the States right now, guys. He's been out for quite a while. So.
the bounty hunter if you don't want to speak to law enforcement directly, and we can funnel your information over to law enforcement without giving any of your personal information over. So again, if you see something, call 911. I'll be back on hopefully later with an update if there is one. If you see something, say something. Don't approach, don't apprehend. Again, guys, he's very dangerous. He will kill, he will rape, he will kidnap. Let's get this guy caught.
All right, 1 sec.
That's quite terrifying, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, quite
It
terrifying.
actually is. Like I said, it actually is, because not knowing where this guy is for sure and knowing what he is very capable of doing, that is what scares me. That's why I'm putting this out every single, like every day or every other day, because I don't want nobody to miss seeing and hearing what this is all about. Here, I'll show you this video here again. Allie, good to see you. Thank you so much, Allie. I appreciate you very much. It is, Alicia. It's really scary. I'll show you this first, and then I'll show you the other video of him again for a lot of you guys that don't know who he is.
A DeSoto County inmate escaped his shackles and walked right out of the courthouse. And as authorities continue their manhunt, local leaders can't seem to agree on how this happened. The district attorney has one story, the sheriff has another. Our Shay Simon is live in DeSoto County. And Shay, any clarity on that point?
Yeah, that's right, Greg. It has now been a week, and this accused murderer is still on the run. Tonight, the DA's office is calling this a conspiracy and a cover-up. One escaped inmate, two different stories from DeSoto County leaders. Both District Attorney Matthew Barton and Sheriff Thomas Tuggle sharing their accounts of how Joshua James Zimmerman, an accused violent criminal, was able to walk straight out of the courthouse.
He broke from the line.
Yeah, he was, Mr.
Sometime later, he left the courthouse with no shackles and street clothes.
Joshua Zimmerman did not change any clothes. That man walked out of the courthouse in a pair of underwear, a t-shirt, and some shower shoes.
This photo, minutes before his escape, shows Zimmerman in a white shirt and pants. Barton says he saw video of Zimmerman getting away. However, official video evidence is nowhere to be found. He says co-conspirators directed the county IT department to go into the server and delete the state's evidence.
I will say it is a felony crime to tamper with evidence.
However, Sheriff Tuggle shuts down any claims that this was an inside job.
The notion that he had help, that's false.
Now, Barton is
Now, see the problem here? It's been factually proven that there was help. The DA talked to the people that did it. We just saw the video of him walking out in street clothes, and this guy's denying all of that to make his department look better. It's not about that, okay? This is the problem right here. It's ridiculous.
appointing a grand jury to get to the bottom of it, investigating the courthouse and anyone associated with state evidence.
When we have an ongoing investigation going on, we don't talk about it. If you talk about an ongoing investigation where the lives of your men are at stake, that's reckless. So that communication, the DA or whoever wants to talk about this case, they can call us and talk about it.
Well, right now, there is a $10,000 reward for his arrest. And Greg, right now, law enforcement believe that Zimmerman may have actually cut his beard as a part of his escape. So if you know any information, of course, you are asked to contact law enforcement. For your news leader in DeSoto County, Shay Simon, WREG News Channel 3.
Still a lot of questions about how a DeSoto County jail inmate just walked out of court on his own and disappeared. Tonight, the reward for Joshua Zimmerman's capture stands at $10,000. WRG investigator April Thompson digs into how a dangerous inmate in custody just got away.
The courtroom that Joshua Zimmerman walked out of Friday morning sits quiet this Monday, and Zimmerman, now a fugitive, hasn't been seen since. DeSoto County District Attorney Matthew Barton's office was set to be in court for Zimmerman's hearing.
He has not been indicted. We actually had his case scheduled to go on our next grand jury, and that's the status that we were going to provide with the court on Friday.
The indictment involved an attempted murder charge after Zimmerman was accused of attacking an elderly South Haven man who hired him to work at his house last September. But Friday, when he went to court, Zimmerman escaped. DA Barton told us what happened before Zimmerman even got to the courtroom.
So I've seen a video from inside the courthouse. They came inside the courthouse. They were going upstairs to the courtroom. He's wearing shackles and a jumpsuit like everybody else. He broke from the line, went through a door. Sometime later, he left the courthouse with no shackles and street clothes.
This photo of him in street clothes just minutes before walking out of the courthouse clearly shows he shed the jail attire. It's all the sheriff's department has released at this point, and they aren't saying why no one seemed to notice Zimmerman had slipped away, especially since the line of inmates are supposed to be guarded and escorted from the courtroom, down the stairs, past the metal detectors and guards at the front entrance. Zimmerman apparently went unnoticed. We asked the sheriff's office how it happened. Will anyone face any disciplinary action? No one is talking. But WREG has learned that Zimmerman was in this courthouse at least 2 times before, back in April and May, to get an attorney assigned. He's being represented by a public defender. We ask if any other changes are being made here at the courthouse in light of what happened. We're told no one can say right now, but the sheriff's department would be in charge of that too. With an accused violent criminal now on the streets, many are hoping everything is being done to get him back behind bars.
I mean, quite honestly, I'm frustrated. I'm kind of angry about it. But you know, right now it's a time to focus on solving the problem.
Very
possibly. This is as dangerous and as bad as they get. He's a career criminal. He has no regard for the safety of other people. It's a miracle that nobody was hurt in the courthouse or on our square.
For your news leader in DeSoto County, April Thompson, WREG Investigators.
We, of course, will keep you updated with any new developments on this case.
This is a crazy situation, folks. It really is. Wait a minute here. One of the things I was going to show you tonight. Hold on. Wait. Where is it? Oh, here we go. This is the one thing I wanted to show you. This is a little bit disturbing as well. Well, it's a lot disturbing, I should say.
Breaking news.
And we begin right now with breaking news. A statewide silver alert has been declared for an entire Indianapolis family. Tonight, IMPD is searching for the Terrell family who are on your screen right now. Police say they were last seen on July 4th. Police say they are believed to be in extreme danger and require medical assistance. If you spot any member of the family or have information, you're encouraged to contact police. We'll keep you updated on the search here on air and over online at wishtv.com.
It's an entire family, you guys, since the 4th of July. Hold on a minute. Where the hell did it? Good Lord, work with me here, computer. Oh, good God.
Everything okay over there? The ghost has not returned, has it?
No. I'm having other things, and Mom just put something in there that I don't even want to.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. I don't even want to think about that, Mom. That's horrifying to me. Good God Almighty, that's horrible. All right, this is more on this family.
No, you. For what the actual fuck did I just read? Oh, excuse me.
That's my exact reaction. Oh my God. I have to look at that and see if there's anything about that, because I'm scared for that scenario.
Developing tonight, a missing family of 5 from Indianapolis may be in Mexico. Willie and Jessica Terrell and their children, Frankie, King, and Queen, were last seen Thursday on the 4th of July. Authorities say Willie and Jessica do not have custody of the 3 kids. Authorities became aware of a phone call made by Willie saying they were on the way to Mexico. The children are considered to be in extreme danger.
Tonight, an Indianapolis mother is looking.
Here we go again with another family in Mexico. This is crazy. Oh.
News tonight, a huge law enforcement presence in Pearsall, just north of Dilley. Authorities on the scene of a standoff at a motel.
And we're learning tonight that this standoff is related to a statewide silver alert out of Indiana involving 3 young missing children. The children have been missing since July 4th, and they are believed to be with their non-custodial parents.
10 5 reporter Megan Dana just got to the scene minutes ago. Megan, what are you seeing out there?
Well, it is still a very active scene right here. Even the road is blocked off. That's why we're pushed back a bit. I'm going to step out of the frame because I want you to see what we're able to see from where we're standing. So the motel is just down there where you see all of the flashing lights. As we know at this time, this is still a barricaded subject or suspect situation. We know there's at least one barricaded suspect that the Frio County Sheriff's Office says that they're dealing with right now. And like you mentioned, they have confirmed this is related to 3 missing children out of Indianapolis. That silver alert was actually issued Friday for those 3 kids. They were last seen July 4th. It's a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So police say that the grandfather who has custody was at lunch with the parents, and the grandfather went to the bathroom. Police say that's when the parents took off with those 3 children. They believe they could have been heading down towards Mexico. Investigators actually just today say that a phone was pinged in Pearsall where we're at, and the kids were believed to be in danger, are believed to be in danger because they're without their medication. So what we know is this standoff actually happened started hours earlier, about 6 hours ago. And again, this is a Rio Frio motel of FM 140 here in Pearsall, and we know at least one barricaded subject right now. I'm going to work to try to get the latest information on the scene right now. It's developing. Again, we're pushed back. We're going to try to see if we can get any closer and try to learn something new. We'll be back with you as soon as we know more. EC's Henry.
But first, we're going to take you to Pearsall, where a cross-country search may be ending. A standoff happening right now outside of an area motel there.
So Pearsall police believe that it's connected to a case involving 3 missing children out of Indianapolis, Indiana. The night team's Avery Everett is there now outside of that motel. So Avery, it's our understanding tonight that there are multiple law enforcement agencies involved in this, right?
Yeah, the 2 suspects and their family are believed to be barricaded in that motel just about 100 yards behind me. But this entire intersection just off of I-35 is completely closed down and filled with different units. I'm going to take a step off to the side so you can get a closer look at that motel specifically. We're waiting on a statement from the Department of Public Safety, but I spoke to the Pearsall police chief who confirmed that there are 5 people in that hotel. 3 children, and their non-custodial parents are believed to be inside. Now, the Pearsall chief said that they started monitoring this motel around 8:30 this morning when DPS said a ping came in for the parents' location, and his team found the family car. DPS and FBI and the Frio County Sheriff deputies set up a surveillance area here in the early afternoon. The dad of the children tried to leave the motel around 3 o'clock, and police tried to pull him over. He ran and then returned to the motel and entered back into their room. Police did evacuate the rest of the hotel, and we spoke to one of the guests who was evacuated, who's now been waiting on the side of the road.
Well, they all got off in the truck with the ARs, handguns in their hands. They were already on the wall, against the wall, behind cars. They just knocked on the door. They told us to evacuate because they had somebody caved in the room.
As far as we know, the family is still believed to be barricaded inside of that motel. We've been here for about the last 30 minutes, and within the last 15 minutes, we actually saw 3 ambulances line up here next to these police cars. We know that this is because the children are suspected to believe to be had some sort of medical conditions. We don't know what exactly those are at this time. We did speak to the Pearsall police chief, who said that this has been pretty peaceful so far. He said that they have been in communication with the parents inside and that negotiations are underway, but we don't know how exactly much longer is left of these negotiations or what the outcome will be and whether or not that will happen tonight. But we'll continue to keep you updated on KSAT.com and on air. KSAT. Reporting live, I'm Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Jesus, it's always something. This is ridiculous.
Why the hell don't they just go in the room?
No idea, but probably because there's kids in there.
Yeah, but oh my God. It's probably better if I just mute, but security can bypass motel doors. I don't care if it's an electronic door. Security has a master key that can bypass those. You know, when I was at the plaza, the last year we were at the plaza, we had a guy, oh Lord, he was in his birthday suit running down Daytona Beach, and he jumped the wall, and he actually had a room in our hotel, and like we had SWAT and everybody in there. Dude, they were flying drones outside the window, and like security just went up there and bypassed the lock. Like I don't understand.
I mean, I get it. I think they're worried about maybe the parents hurting the children if they go in there. Maybe, I don't know. I just hope
so
it
you
ends.
bust the door down and you go in and get the kids.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I'm telling you. Say it.
It makes you wonder about their tactics, their methods. Sometimes why they're wise. You know that we're not supposed to question. I'm with Mom. I got questions.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm
I've
like
watched Daytona PD like come in our hotel when I work there and like literally go in and remove people forcibly from rooms.
Yep.
And this guy didn't have anything on but his honor, for Christ's sake.
Absolutely.
And he was armed, and like we had SWAT, Daytona PD, we had, I don't even know who all was there. It was crazy. We had drones, and like we all got evacuated outside and had to stand outside, and you know,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. I know it's very frustrating sometimes with how some of these things pan out. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This was just sent to me by a community member in here. So we're gonna check this out too. I'm gonna say trigger warning just in case. It's not very comfortable. I'll put it that way for some of you. So if it involves the baby, okay. If you guys are sensitive to that stuff, you might want to step out, and I completely understand. Nobody's gonna judge you. So there, let me do the thing here. I keep forgetting to do it when I say it. There we go.
Details about a disturbing discovery in southeast Fresno.
Earlier today, police say a dead baby was found in a backyard. Action News reporter Kate Nemerich brings us the very latest. Kate.
Graciela, Warren, this scene still remains very active nearly 12 hours after the initial call came in. CSI is still here. Parts of Huntington and Backer are still roped off, and there are a number of police officers and detectives on scene as they work to determine how the baby died and ended up in the backyard of a home that the child didn't live at. The news came as a shock to neighbors who say this is typically a quiet street.
Crime scene tape blocked off several southeast Fresno streets Tuesday. Detectives walked door to door, speaking with neighbors and laying down crime scene markers. They stopped several times to look into an empty lot that backs up to homes along Backer Avenue. One of those backyards is where Fresno police say a baby's body was found.
It was an abandoned call, and on callback it says newborn appears to be thrown into the backyard. Appears 11:44.
That call came in around 6:30 on Tuesday morning. Police and medical personnel arrived at the home to find a baby believed to be a newborn already dead. The news disturbed neighbors.
Poor thing, man. Cruel people.
Exactly.
But people do things like that, man. There's an angel, little angel.
How the baby died and ended up at a home they didn't live in is still unclear. So investigators are calling this a death investigation. Investigators spent the morning talking to neighbors and the family who lives in the home.
Currently, the family is being very cooperative with the investigation. We're still early in the investigation, and a lot of leads are being followed at this time.
The neighbors said how quiet the street is, and that's one of the first things I noticed when I got out here. Even with the investigation ongoing, it is very quiet, with neighbors occasionally walking across the street to talk to one another about what's happening. Now, police are asking if you know anything that could help them in this investigation to give them a call. Live in Southeast Fresno, I'm Kate Nemrich, ABC 30 Action News.
What in the actual hell is going on in this world nowadays?
A lot of craziness, brokenness.
I don't get it anymore. Like, I've seen people that have had babies and they put them in the trash and they do stuff like that, but you just toss it into the backyard of somebody else's house. What the hell? Oh, word on the street. This is where Aces lives, is in this area. Word on the street is there was a pregnant homeless lady that was almost due that stayed in the, oh, for God's sakes. Wow. We really need to have a mental health show soon.
Yes, I agree.
For real.
I saw that lady that left her kid in the car, or baby in the car, like it was a toddler, to go inside the casino. She was a nurse. She was a nurse.
It was crazy, and she acted like she didn't know what the hell was going on.
Shame on you. Just shame on anybody that thinks that way anymore, guys. This was 6 days ago. Okay, you're just sending it my way, Mom. I got you.
Yeah.
So ridiculous, guys.
What was? I sent you a bunch of stuff. I done lost track.
Yeah. I'm pulling all that stuff up now, Mom.
Shit.
And thank you.
I had stuff bookmarked. I didn't sleep all day. I got off work and it was the wiener's fault. It was totally her fault. I stretched out on the couch. She got up there with me and she's like a little heating pad, dude. And I was gone.
I get it. So I gave you guys the fact that Saraya was found. Okay. This is a little more detail to it now, guys. Saraya Ong Martin, I think it was, if I'm saying it right. I may be. Maybe not. I think that's it. But here we go.
All right, let's step aside because we have some breaking news coming into our newsroom. The search for a missing 2-year-old girl from Washington has come to an end. Over the weekend, Saraya Ong Harmon was safely
Harmon, not Martin. My apologies.
Located at a roadside checkpoint near Santa Ana, Mexico. Saraya's father, Aaron Ong, failed to return the little girl to her mother on June 3rd. Ong's fiancée, 21-year-old Nadia Cole, was also reported missing and was believed to be traveling with Ong and the little girl. Well, all three were found safe. Aaron Ong is currently being held in the Santa Cruz County Detention Center in Nogales, Arizona, awaiting extradition back to Washington on an outstanding warrant for custodial interference. Cole was deported back to the United States. Now, Saraya is now in the care of Arizona Child Protective Services, and we will continue to bring you any information as it comes into our newsroom. All right, let's get in that break now. We'll get you back to more argument.
So there's the info. Everybody was wanting to know what actually happened. He is being held. She was sent back to her family. The baby is in protective custody until they can figure out what the hell is going on. so much shit, guys. So much crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's just like the whole time it was just that was a whole custody dispute situation
Yes.
thing.
Yep. In fact, here, let me show you this just to give you the legal jargon. What the hell am I saying? Garbin. Come on, Dago, get it together. So this is the document out of Pullman that was posted on that missing child located safely in Mexico. 2-year-old Sarai on a roadside checkpoint. Same thing they said. Let me get down to anything else that they have not said. No, he must have read this word for word because it's exactly what he said. It says, to understand how they were found, Aaron Ong, Sarai Ong, Harmon, and Nadia Cole were detained by authorities in Mexico and then turned over to U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Federal FBI coordinated with authorities at the National Institute of Migration, Mexican State Police, and Nogales Police Department, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection. So all of those law enforcement agencies got together to make this scenario happen. It was nothing else, nobody else, okay? And I think they're looking into both situations probably, which is why that baby is in protective custody right now, in my opinion, to make sure everything is safe for that baby to go.
Oh yeah, they're gonna look at both those parents and
do
their due diligence as they should.
Absolutely. You never know what the situation is. Those are awesome. Now another very important scenario here. As always, we looked at this once before, but again, it's never enough. Never ever enough. I guess you did, Mom. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh, whatever. All right, moving on. Good job tonight, Mod. You guys are doing amazing. Thank you. I understand, Richard. Like I said, and nobody ever has to be ashamed of them not being able to handle certain cases, guys. I can't. Mom has, Salty has issues. We all have issues with certain cases, guys. It's normal and it's okay.
Yep, it sure is.
It makes us human.
100%. God forbid we're human, you know? How do you enlarge these things here? Hold on. Oh, well, we'll see what happens here.
Now, an Arkansas family is desperate for clues in the case of a missing little girl. The girl's brother says her last known location was Nashville.
Our Michael Warwick updates us on the search efforts tonight.
Asking for Middle Tennessee's help finding Arkansas girl Annalise Paget. Her older brother Ian Hallam says they haven't seen the smiley 7-year-old or their mom since June 22nd.
It is a lot to think about and have on your mind every moment.
Ian fears their mother Katrina is suffering a mental health crisis. Their last line of communication was 2 weeks ago. Ian's family has few clues, left to wait for any news about their whereabouts.
Every day and every night and every moment, always there. Just hoping and waiting for something, anything, truly.
The family believes the pair's last known location was here in downtown Nashville at the War Memorial Auditorium. However, their last purchase, the family says, was at a gas station in Fairview. Ian says Katrina had talked recently about going to Murfreesboro or the beach, but for no clear reason why.
I believe it is imperative that they are found soon. I wish to believe that I can entrust my siblings' safety with my mother, but I understand mental illness is an incredibly difficult struggle.
Ian shared this video of Annalise's 7th birthday, surrounded by love, and that's not going to change, no matter how far she gets from their Springdale, Arkansas home.
Just all I can say is, please, if you see something, say something, spread the word. Please just carry us in your hearts.
They just want to know she's okay. and to get both her and her mom home soon. Michael Warwick, WSMV4.
When did she go missing?
I think it was June. June 20.
Yeah, it was June 22nd, I believe. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, June 22nd. Sorry.
Hopefully they can find her soon.
The Winfield name is back on the check.
Murfreesboro is a stretch from the beach. I mean, in that area, really, the only beach you have would be like Old Hickory Lake. I mean, that's like the best, I guess, the best beach to go to because you really don't want to swim in the river. We've seen what happens when you go in the river.
All right, guys.
I am up.
This next thing. I have to apologize ahead of time.
What the hell is about to happen?
Can I put a trigger warning up? Sorry, not sorry.
God help us all. God help us all. Guys, I'm not trying to be ignorant, okay? But this is just, you ain't gonna believe this. But what
try to get your coffee and a cigarette if you smoke.
Yeah,
That's Mom. Quit reading my mind, Mom. Shit.
You're gonna need it for this one, folks. I'm just telling you right now. And I'm sorry I'm laughing, but I'm like, what? How in God's name did this, how is this allowed? That's all I'm saying. But no, it's worse than a Bigfoot, B. I'm more afraid of this scenario than I am of a Bigfoot, I'll be honest with you. God help everyone. That's all I can say. Oh, so we all remember, unfortunately, we all remember this lady here, okay? Good old Gypsy Rose Blanchard, right? Yeah, well, she's making a little announcement, folks. I thought I would put you all in on it, guys.
I'm happy to announce that I am 11 weeks pregnant. Ken and I are expecting our very first child come January of 2025. We're both very
echo.
not planned at all. It was completely unexpected. But we're both very excited to take on this new journey of parenthood. The baby looks healthy, happy. No, it's still going to be a long journey ahead, but I'm up for it. I know that there are going to be people that feel like I'm not ready to be a mother. I feel a shift in myself. When I found out that I was pregnant, none of anything else mattered. All that matters is making sure that I'm healthy, the baby's healthy, my relationship.
I told you to get a cigarette.
I'm speechless, and that's rare. So
I mean, I think most of us are. I mean, I'm going to Bama Mom. Here's the thing. One of the biggest things that worries me about this situation is I do not and have not, nor will ever, trust anything that Gypsy Rose has to say, because she was such a good actress at some point. I just don't. I'm afraid for this child. We know how she was raised. We know how this was done. We know what she just went through with the guy that she was married to. Okay? Like this is not healthy. She's definitely not ready to have a child of her own. That's my opinion. You may not have, and I'm not trying to be mean, guys. I'm being real. Okay? I don't.
Andy coming in hot.
Andy, I mean, she couldn't. It's like she couldn't wait to do this. Okay, she couldn't wait to be the center of attention in this situation. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of hers. I don't like the way certain things have been done around her. The last guy she married, I think she married just to be in the spotlight for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Somebody dropped off, but yeah, I agree, Andy. How does that at 11 weeks pregnant? Who does that?
Is that
it
like
gonna?
the dad? That's her baby's daddy.
Yes.
I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing.
This is
So
the first one.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is just not. This is not healthy. This is not.
Well, she's not healthy. She never has been. I don't. She served her time for what she did. I believe there was a lot of reasons behind what she did. But
Yeah.
you're not well enough and capable enough and all the
No.
things.
Me personally, once she did her time and was released, I think she should have been released into a care unit for mental health, and I think they should have had hardcore, like mental health, therapy going on with her for a while, guys. Quite a
Well,
while.
she should have been receiving all that in prison. That's what the purpose of
Agreed.
prison was for. You know, once you serve your time and you walk out that door, you know, your life's your own to an extent if you're like on no papers or whatnot. But I don't think she's ever been mentally capable of making. I mean, I get it, I get it, you know, but I also see a side of her that I never thought was mentally capable of understanding even what the hell was even happening half the time. Now,
Agreed.
to a certain extent, you know what I mean? You have to admit, there was a lot of abuse leveled toward her in a way that was not normal at all. And so she never had a normal anything.
Gotcha.
And that doesn't excuse what she did because there was a way out of that. You could have got your ass up out that wheelchair like you knew you could when you realized you could and walked out that door.
I've always
Right?
thought, yeah, I've always thought that she enjoyed the
So,
attention she got to some extent.
yeah. That's her
And
personalities is what it is.
right. And this right here, what Melissa just said, is what scares the living hell out of me right here is what will happen when the baby is up all night crying? Who knows what will come of the port? That's what I'm saying. I don't trust this girl to be alone with a newborn baby. I
There's
pray
a
to God.
lot of people I don't trust to be alone with a newborn baby. I just got to pray and hope the best.
Yeah, right. And Richard's right. Like this girl has become a huge influence on teenage girls. It's not good, guys, at all. At all. So
like a cult, you know, it's a cult thing, you know, not like not a cult, but cultural,
it's a
you know,
cult following,
pop
yes.
culture type deal. And
Yeah.
the social media perpetuates that because it's right there and she can jump on there and do her Gypsy Rose bit and da 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 da. And some people absolutely their personalities are all about me and the attention that me get, you know.
You can tell the way she started the announcement, you guys. If you look, this is 110,000% look at me right now. Pay attention to me. It's about me. It's not even the baby. It's about her. Flat out. Okay. It's right there. Her tone, the tone of her voice, the faces she's making, the way she's sitting, all primitive. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that. Here I am. Look at me.
I would really love to see a real thorough mental eval that they did on her. I would love to read it.
I would
and
too.
get their thoughts on that.
Yes. And yeah, Avery, that's what happened with her. The first time she ran away, then she came home, and then the second time it ended badly for her mother, which listen, her mom did everything wrong in life. I'm not saying her mom did anything right at all. I'm not standing up for her mother, but there's other ways to deal with it. You don't take somebody's life. Okay. I get it.
No.
She could have gotten away. She was at some point an adult throughout
She
this.
could have ran off with old boy. You didn't have to go and do what you did to get out the house.
Right. That's exactly my point. That was done out of vengeance, in my opinion, period. There was not to escape. It was done out of vengeance, and it wasn't self-defense. It was done out of vengeance, period. So just saying, but watch her face and her mannerisms, guys, about how into herself she is with this, okay?
I'm happy to announce that I am 11 weeks pregnant. Ken and I are expecting our very first child come January of 2025. We're both very excited. This was not planned at all. It was completely unexpected. But we're both very excited to take on this new journey of parenthood. The baby looks healthy, happy. It's still going to be a long journey ahead, but I'm up for it. I know that there are going to be people that feel like I'm not ready to be a mother.
See, this here is what I'm talking about. This is kind of disturbing. I'm sorry. Where's that picture at? Hold on.
Who cares what people think about you? Get off the internet talking about it. Jesus.
11 weeks pregnant, and you're already doing this stuff here. That's what I'm
A
saying.
lot of people are saying who. I'm gonna start asking that who. Who's they?
Oh, you mean what she just said? Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah. Julia even says that on the Twitter. I get bored. So if I get bored, look out Twitter because here comes Salty, and I'm gonna say shit. So I go in there and mess with people. I couldn't help it, so I'd be saying stuff. Dawn got blocked. She still continues to want to have this conversation. So I'm like, I'm bored with it today. Maybe tomorrow. But it's like, well, people say, well, who cares?
Right.
What people are saying. Fuck.
Right.
Last time I checked, it wasn't about you, honey.
That's it. And you, Andy and Criminal, you guys are killing me. Yes, that's McDonald's, not a baby. Not yet. Not at this.
Good Lord.
You guys are a riot. It's hilarious. But listen, guys, I think we all kind of have the same feelings towards this scenario. I watched her documentary. I saw the whole story. I knew it, this and that. It was a sad situation. But at some point, I had to look at this and go, did she enjoy this? All of this attention that she was given. And now that she's out, did her time, she's living her life, if you call it that. She's still that person in my mind. I see it on her. That's why this kind of bugs me. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll stopping it and let it play through so we can be done with it.
For it, I know that there are going to be people that feel like I'm not ready to be a mother. I feel a shift in myself. When I found out that I was pregnant, none of anything else mattered. All that matters is making sure that I'm healthy, the baby's healthy, my relationship with Ken is healthy, and we are moving forward in a positive way. It's an amazing feeling when your whole world shifts. And suddenly it's not about you.
There it is. That tells you right there.
Yeah.
Just watch, you guys, is all I'm saying.
Little tiny life is a baby, a little tiny human that's yours, and that you have to make sure that you protect, you love, you take care of, and all of the things that I wished I could have had when I was little. Here I am getting emotional, guys. Sorry.
The fuck?
Girl, bye.
Oh, my mother. I want to give this baby. Knowing that I am a mother now.
I need to mute.
And I'm happy. And I just want to be a good mother for my child. I want to be everything my mother wasn't.
No, we will not watch again. Mom.
Please don't.
Why did you give me that?
I can't stay on mute because we went through so much heavy stuff that I thought maybe we would mix it up a little bit,
The comments are cracking me up. But
the trending updates and I literally woke up and got on Twitter and was like, what the actual hell?
No, that was pathetic, guys. I'm sorry. I don't feel anything but tuck up for that. And I just don't.
And what I mean by who cares is like, you know, you put yourself out there, talk about your life and all your things, and then people say comments, and then you come out and you want to address those comments you see and stuff. Who cares? You put yourself out there. I guess that's what you do. You want to go now and address it, and then they address it, and you're looking for support when you do it. Let's not make no bones about it. You're looking for some support there, and I guess you got it.
This woman, this girl, whatever she is always going to be, I want the attention on me. And I'm scared to death for a human life to be put in her hands, knowing that how into herself she is and how important she is to herself. Okay. She can say what she wants to say on here. Again, guys, I told you, this girl was a very good actress for a lot of years because she had to be. Okay. She knows how to make people see things in a certain way. The thing is we all know who she is. Thank God. Okay. We all know what she's about and what she was about. And at this point, everybody in the flipping world is going to be watching every move she makes if she has this baby. The whole world, including law enforcement, in my opinion. So that will be the good part. That'll be the good part. Okay. It's just bad. It's very bad. I feel bad for this child. That's all I can say.
I barely pay this girl any attention. I see it when it comes across my feed on Twitter or something. I never seek it. I don't. Since she walked out of prison, I've seen the stuff shared about her, and I'm just like, whoa.
Leslie, she had her second chance, in my opinion.
Girl.
Already screwed it up. That's why I feel like I do about her.
Yeah.
She came out of prison with cameras on. Like, I understand that being manipulated by her mother and all the attention and the mainstream media attention and her story being out there. But at the end of the day, the way I look at this is she has her own mind. She could have clearly made her own choices. She had enough professionals around her that she could have said something, like if she realized what was going on. And not only that, you have a man that's going to sit in prison for the rest of his life while she's out here, you know, making these Lifetime movies and documentaries, and gets on Twitter and within 24 hours has almost 1 million followers. And you know, it just,
that's what I mean. That's exactly what I'm saying, you know. And that's okay, guys. I don't have any bad feelings towards anybody that supports her. I'm not saying I wish harm to her or I wish bad things to happen to her.
I don't either.
I'm afraid for a baby. I just don't think she has had enough in-depth psychological therapy at this point because of her situation in her life. And I don't like, I get this feeling from her that everything she says or does is fake. I can't help that. That's what I worry about. Okay. So, you know, I'm not, I don't wish
postpartum is a real thing.
Right.
So, you know, that worries me. That absolutely worries me. You know, what happens if, you know, she's not mentally stable. I'm sorry. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Like, people that don't know me, you don't realize I have 6 different mental like diagnosis. Like, I got paperwork. I will show you, you know, that where I understand the mental health part of this. But what worries me is when you come out of prison on camera and you've already got all of this attention lined up. You are 11 weeks, girl. 11 weeks pregnant. Anything can happen.
Right.
Between now and next year. And you done come out and made videos and posted a bunch of pictures and did a whole photo shoot at 11 weeks. That's a red flag to me.
Yeah,
you have to remember that's part of the, because of the types of abuse this person suffered. She was so used to her mother. The reason her mother was doing what she did was to seek attention. So that's what Gypsy's always known, seek attention. So as soon as she got out, Mom's right. First thing she did was went and sought that attention, and it was there waiting for her. So now she's going to have a baby. So who's to say, and I'm not, this is a theory, this is just speculating and talking, because of what she suffered through, she could absolutely do the same thing in a different way, same type of way, it could just manifest in a different way. Can
Right.
she be
And
trusted to care? What if in the middle of the night things get frustrating and out of hand? There's
Yep.
already a lot of young mothers, or any mother, any age, that in good mental health can have a bad night and be like, damn, this baby,
And
is it ever going to stop? You know,
her
and that would be your normal reaction sometimes when you're walking the floor with a baby that just won't stop crying. How would she handle that? Right.
right. And she's perpetually, in my opinion, 13 or 14 years old mentally, the way she presents herself. I don't think she's ever going to get to the point, not for a long, long time, where she should be mature enough mentally to look past all of the cameras and all the
Yeah.
things that are in her life and the attention focusing on her to be able to care for a baby. And like Salty said, and somebody else in chat said, the first time that say that baby comes out with something wrong with it, actually wrong with it, that's colicky or something, I'm scared to death. Okay, because she reminds me of the type of person, based on what I know of her, that would just push that baby off to the side, throw a pillow over its face, do something ignorant like that to drown out the noise because she can't handle it, because that attention is not her. It's that baby, not her. It's
and
just gonna.
when you spend that much time in prison, she should have never just got to walk out and be in the limelight. She should have went through transitions.
Right.
Like
She
she
killed her
should have
mother.
went through transition.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Regardless of what her mother did, guys, her mother had Munchausen's by proxy. Okay, and yes, horrible things happened to this little girl and this woman. Sorry, I still mentally and I think of her as a little girl because
Well,
of
they happened from the time she was a little girl.
right. So she went through hell. I get it. I feel horrible for that. I really do. She didn't need, like, she conned somebody else into murdering her mother. She did her time in prison. He's going to sit there forever now. Okay. And he didn't even know, he didn't see what was being done to him, the manipulation that happened. She gave not two shits about this guy after this all happened, you guys. Okay. And still doesn't. She got out of prison, married somebody else, and has already divorced this guy. And she's on with this other guy. It's instability. It's horribly unstable in her life. And that's just what it is. So that's why I think everybody, for those of you that may not understand, that's why everybody is just like, whoa, okay. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know her actual age, you guys. I want to say she's
32.
20, or yeah, 32. That's it. I was going to say 22, but 32. And still, in my opinion, presents herself as a 14-year-old child. That's just how I see her. So again, I don't know what else to say about that. I can't. It's not right. That's all I can say is it's not right to me. So, I'm very nervous for that child. If she carries that child full term, I will be praying for that child daily in my mind. I'm just telling you, because it's very scary. And hopefully, maybe the father is more stable. I mean, something's not right because the situation, but hopefully, and he'll be able to be the one that will take care of that child, and that baby will be safe. That's what I pray for. So, just saying. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
We have sadly, another missing little 8-year-old little girl. Katea Mormon, missing from Queensboro, Kentucky. Last seen July 9th of 2024. This was created July 9th at 9:13 p.m. and updated July 9th at 9:13 p.m. So I can't make this any. Yes, I can. There it is. I knew I could. There she is. Beautiful little girl. She's believed to be with her grandmother, Sarah Luttrell. Sarah does not have any custodial rights and is supposed to be supervised when with Katea. Sarah left with Katea without permission to an unknown location. Sarah may be suffering from mental health issues and is homeless, and was last seen around noon on July 9th, 2024. Sarah may be operating a 2014 black Nissan Sentra with license plate 974 RWH, Kentucky plate, of course. The missing child was wearing black shorts, a black shirt with the number 54 on it, guys. Please, if you see or hear anything, say something. Contact Owensboro Police Department at 270-687-8888. 888 and pray to God we can bring this little girl home where she belongs. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you for sharing her. Owensboro's not far from my hometown.
Right. It is so disheartening to see so many of these every single solitary day. You know, it really is.
Yeah, I
But
saw
that's why we.
Owensboro and I was like, oh, because Owensboro is known for the women's prison up there. Like if you go up for time in my area where I'm from, that's where they put you as Owensboro.
Mm-hmm. Right,
Yo,
right.
Kimber. I think she's been gone for a while.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the same. Why I ain't even bothered her. Let her do
Hey.
her thing. Oh, there she is.
Damn.
She was like,
Hey,
What up? What up, Kimber?
I heard my name.
Was you dozing, honey?
I was, honey.
All right.
it's all right. You are more than welcome as always. Do your thing.
good night, mystery.
Have a great night, Mystery. Thank you for joining us tonight, dear. Hope to see you again soon.
Good night.
All right, guys. Let me see here.
Dang, it's been a long day.
Trying to show you guys. Hold on a minute.
Criminal, I tend to agree with you. I mean, I know that sounds really bad, but it's the world we live in that makes your mind go there.
Sadly, yes.
You know, I saw a thing the other day. I don't know if it was a short or if it was on Twitter because I stay in both. Where these girls were taking air tags, like the little Apple air tags, and having them like they're having them put in their hair. Like that's how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
I threatened to air tag every member of the family one time.
I thought about doing it with Caden years ago too. It's scary out there. This was a little wild, you guys. I thought it was interesting to show to you. Pretty insane, but this is.
What does that say? Is that an arm?
That's what they're saying. Hold up.
That's like that video that I shared a few months ago. That man eating the arm. Ooh.
Is that an arm?
Yes. It's still got skin on it.
I hate to be indelicate, but we got a call yesterday afternoon. They had found an arm and a leg. And then about an hour and a half ago, we got a phone call from some deer hunters north of town, and they found 2 heads.
When the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office received a call about what appeared to be a human arm found in the woods, they had no idea that this was only the beginning of the gruesome discoveries. As more and more body parts turn up, authorities can't help but wonder if they've stumbled upon a serial killer's dumping grounds, or if there's something else just as sinister at play.
They found a total of 9 legs and several arms.
On December 26, 2020, 2 Yavapai County Sheriff's deputies headed out to the woods south of Prescott. There they met with the 2 people who called authorities after stumbling upon something disturbing.
This right here, this is crazy.
Is it in a bag or what is it?
No, it's laying right there.
Okay.
So look at we're just gonna walk along this fence line, just to this tree.
Okay.
It's right below.
Did you touch anything?
Oh hell no.
How close did you get?
Probably 8 or 9 feet.
Okay. So stop wherever you stopped before, okay?
Right here.
Okay.
He said, "Hell no."
No, he ain't touching nothing.
This is insane, you guys. It's crazy.
I backed the truck. I broke a couple of branches because I'm trying to get to that dead one that's down like that.
Right.
And that's it right over there.
Okay. Yep, it is. You got crimson tape.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Let's go back to the car, you guys. Stay there. He's going to get a witness statement from you. All right.
Were the fingernails polished? Did it look like a female's hand?
I didn't look that close.
We're not gonna get too close right now. I'm just gonna get Mike and CI started. You need to call out CI.
10-4.
Hang on, guys. I'll let you know.
In my opinion, yes. It's I don't know if it's male or female or what, but it's definitely confirmed.
For how much?
We got about 10 feet away from it because we don't want to disturb any footprints or anything, and we're going to be putting up crime scene tape. I believe it's a leg.
The officers then begin marking off the area. It's while setting up a designated crime scene that the deputies notice something particularly odd about the arm. Little did they know, this was actually an important clue about how exactly
I believe this is out of Nevada.
The limb came to be in the woods.
There's like toilet paper on that arm.
Yeah,
too. Did you only see an arm or did you see something else?
No,
Just
no.
that one? Okay. All right.
And then I told him about seeing a string of toilet paper on the road.
Okay.
The officer then gets statements from the witnesses who found the extremity, and they immediately share information about something else suspicious that they saw earlier.
There was somebody that was heading up here when we were up here, and it's like he stopped because he saw our truck and then he backed out slowly. And I walked down here to see if I could see what car it was because it sounded like it was still idling right here. Yeah, it stopped. But I didn't see it. It was weird. You know, and I thought it was odd, but there is a lot of prints around.
So you guys have been up here twice now.
He has. I've been up here twice now.
Despite the gruesome discovery, the tone
Yeah, I'm sorry. I see you, Crimson. Welcome back in, hon. You were in here. Yeah, there you are, right there.
remains light.
The way this works is I need all your most current information here. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a murder. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean?
Bodies usually don't escape.
I'm not saying what happens.
We probably are going to end up calling a lot of other people out.
Okay, my apologies. I thought this was Nevada. I've never heard of the area. I thought it was Prescott, Nevada. It is Yavapai County, which is in Arizona. So my apologies, folks.
Okay, Prescott, Arizona.
Right.
I thought they said Prescott, but I wasn't sure if that's what they said.
Yeah, that's why I misunderstood. There's a Prescott, Nevada, too. That's why I thought Desert, Prescott, Nevada. But my apologies. I was wrong.
Might be an adult. Yeah. Yeah.
While continuing to tape off the area to prevent contamination, one of the deputies offers some speculation about the arm.
Somebody that was camping and a bear got him. Is there a bear up here?
The bear wouldn't leave the arm and then take the other arm.
If it was full, it might.
It would come back.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Is anything back in there? He said there was more toilet paper this way, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. There's toilet paper on the arm. That's freaking weird.
All right, here, I'll go put it by the arm.
No, this is about that's
Close
as
as
far
we
as we're
want.
going. Right there's that blue thing.
Does it look like it got bitten off? Like it was chewed on or anything?
It's chewed on, it looks like. Well, he says fresh. Now that I'm closer, definitely not fresh.
You guys hear that in the background?
I heard something. Was it a woodpecker?
No, it sounded like a damn gun being discharged, like fully automatic. Listen.
Does it look like it got bitten off? Like it was chewed on or anything?
It's chewed on, it looks like. Well, he says fresh.
Oh,
Now
it
that-
could be a firing range.
Because now I can actually really kind of see the hand.
Yeah, it's weird that there's toilet paper on it. And it, well, especially on the back end right there where you see that dryer sheet
Yeah.
or whatever that is back there.
Yeah.
Welcome, Patriot.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody tried to cover it up or wrap it. Looks like a dryer sheet.
Oh, that part back there.
Yeah, the part right there in the back of the arm.
Looks like the stuff some other dryer sheets are made out of, but like on a roll. And then there's more of it over there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go this way.
Another officer arrives soon after, and understandably, they can't believe what they're seeing.
Now that I've looked at it, it is old, but it's still got skin on it.
And it's weird, like they try to wrap the back of it with like some kind of
dryer sheet or fabric,
or something.
and the fingers are all purple. I got pictures too. I can't get
an arm?
Yes, it's the right arm. He backed his truck right up in here, and he was getting ready to cut this tree, and they saw that, and they got out of here. So they saw something else back in here, but I'm not going back in there to mess anything up.
As it would turn out, the tree cutters were right, and there was more than one gruesome discovery still hidden in the woods. The very next day, the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office received another call, this time from 2 hunters. They, too, had stumbled upon something shocking. A deputy meets up with the hunters and is led to another chilling discovery.
Down in there?
Yeah, the heads are up here. Look as lazy as whoever this was. I think they kind of threw some dirt and rocks and over in the ditch here.
That's kind of where we had stopped and ate lunch. And I crossed this, and I thought, it's just somebody dumping trash because there's everywhere.
Right.
But then I walked across this, up the hill right here. And that, and that.
Okay.
Disturbingly, the hunters had found 2 severed heads.
And whatever else we haven't seen in it, that's what we found.
Okay. All right.
But with the coyotes and all that, who knows what could have been here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a call into Scott Poppenberger right now just to let their carnivore attack team know, just in case this being out here has put something in the air to call them out and caused any issues. So may have some cat action up here in a while.
Despite the earlier speculation about a bear being responsible for the body parts, and now possibly a coyote or mountain lion, the truth would turn out to be even more bizarre.
When I tell these guys that I know that work for the Sheriff's Department, Police Department, there's things you guys see that I don't want to know. This is one of them right here.
This is it.
This is one of the things I don't need to know about.
While conducting searches of both areas, police uncovered a series of strange clues. One of these clues led Lieutenant Bolts to making phone calls to try and trace the origin of the human remains. The first call he made was to a research company.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Well, we're a little perplexed right now.
I'm a little perplexed by the message I read. I don't know if it's right.
Sounds like it is. So we got a call yesterday afternoon from some folks who were out cutting wood, firewood. They said they found an arm and a leg, and the location's about 20, 30 miles south of Prescott. So we went out there thinking that we had a homicide, and our criminal investigative division came out and they searched the area. They found a total of 9 legs and several arms, and then some other parts they think might be elbows or other parts, they're not sure. Each of those body parts had a tag on it. They've all been collected and taken to our medical examiner's office, and we were planning on working on this on Monday. But about 2.5 hours ago, we got a phone call from some deer hunters about 50 miles away as the crow flies. Said they found 2 skulls on the ground. The common thread between the two is that the parts that we found yesterday and the skulls today, all of them have been wrapped in this blue and white, like surgical paper. We are all but certain that these are related. We're just trying to find out where they came from.
Once you said it and we walked back, it's like that medical, right? Whatever.
Waste bags and
yeah,
that one.
Just somebody being a jerk, lazy and a jerk.
Yeah, I mean, there's proper ways to do this, ethical ways. Yeah, this is just.
I think they're buried.
We could call you guys and.
No, this is in Arizona. Sorry, guys.
Find out who these people are and where they came from, because obviously we can't have people just dumping.
Right.
Along with blue and white surgical paper, many of the dismembered limbs had metal tags, And officers also found a plastic bag with the name Future Gen X on it.
They have some kind of tag on them. It's a whole body donation, so we do tag everything that we have.
After coming up with a dead end, Lieutenant Bolts called someone else to try and trace Future Gen X.
I need to talk to somebody who can give me information on your willed cadaver program for a law enforcement matter.
Yes, this is April. I can help you.
April, so I hate to be indelicate, but we got a call yesterday afternoon from some folks out cutting wood south of Prescott that they had found an arm and a leg. Do you guys use medical ID tags on the appendages?
We do not.
Sounds like we can rule you guys out for help then.
Rather than body parts dumped by a serial killer, the limbs appeared to belong to cadavers donated for medical research. But a question remained. How exactly had they ended up strewn around the woods in Arizona? Still determined to find the source of the body parts, the lieutenant tried another contact.
We don't tag like an arm. We do ear tags, and our bodies are never separated. They're always whole bodies.
Okay.
Authorities were eventually able to trace Future Gen X to a Seattle address and the company's owner, Walter Harold Mitchell. Police tracked Walter to his apartment in Scottsdale, December 29, 2020, 3 days after the first of the body parts were found.
Hey, Walter. How's it going? I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Franklin. We're from Yavapai County Sheriff's Office. Can we talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Walter agrees, but detectives immediately notice something peculiar that he's carrying.
You mind if we carry the rock? I just don't like you having a rock in your hand while you're walking with us. Do you have any weapons or anything on you? On your person?
On my person, no.
There's a very good reason Walter makes this distinction, as police will eventually find out.
You used to own a company called Future Gen X?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we're here to talk about.
Okay.
Have you been following the news at all lately?
No, I have not.
Okay.
All right.
How many bodies did you bring with you from you left Washington?
Bodies?
Cadavers,
Whatever you want to call it.
whatever.
Body parts.
You know what? Come on, guys. This is an interrogation.
We came to talk to you.
Yeah, that's an interrogation.
You can call it what you want, but we just came to talk to you so we can get to the bottom of what's going on.
Okay. You know what? You can talk to my lawyer.
Okay.
What?
There's body
I don't
parts
get
strewn
it.
all over our county that have
Okay.
your company's name on them, and we're trying to figure out.
Not bull.
Why would I drive all the way down here?
That's a good question, but I'm done.
Okay.
All right. Well, turn around and put your hands behind your back then, if you don't want to talk.
Police read him his rights and found a spare apartment key on his keychain. According to news sources, it was there that they discovered a cylindrical object about 8 inches long with a fuse sticking out of one end. With the concerning discovery of what appeared to be a pipe bomb, police cleared the area and called a bomb squad to remove the device. According to Trooper Poole, the pipe bomb was real and contained flammable powder inside. Following his arrest, Walter told a bizarre story, even arguing with investigators about the details of his case during a free talk agreement.
What we're looking for here mostly is to try to identify the remains in this case so that we can try to do the right thing and get those back to their families if that's something that needs to take place.
Walter was known as a body broker, providing donated bodies to be sold for medical education and research. He'd closed his business in April 2020, but none of this explained how the cadavers ended up in Arizona. When Walter was read a list of all the recovered body parts, his response to this number was unexpected, to say the least.
This is not correct. I know the number was 53. 53 was the total, but minus 5 heads. So 48. 48. Yeah, because I know what the total number was.
Walter took the donors' body parts in a U-Haul truck and packed them in dry ice when he moved to Arizona. After this, he kept them in a freezer in a shed north of Prescott. He only dumped the body parts in late November 2020, and later sold the freezer.
We all want to know why. I think that we have some ideas why. We heard a lot of things about your finances.
So why is not financial? Never has been. There are times in my life where I was motivated by finances, but this was not one of them. Okay. The reason is because my industry, over the entire industry, is unsafe, very unsafe. And I've been a failed whistleblower since 2002.
After a thorough search of both areas was conducted, police discovered that most of the human remains appeared to be female, and some were tied together with twine.
If I wanted to hide something, I would have dug someplace in my land or taken it someplace that would have done something completely different. I wanted a platform, and because I wasn't getting a platform. And so that's the why. I hope that answers your question.
Walter claimed he wanted to be a whistleblower about what he thought was improper blood testing in his industry.
The body is a perfect ecosystem for transmitting diseases. So when you have 30,000 bodies a year going to private organizations, and they're dissecting 150 to 200,000 tissues going around the world, and they're not screening properly, and they're not blood testing properly. And I wrote a very detailed article. I don't know if you've been given that article, but I'll show you where you can get access to it because it's on a LinkedIn site, where I show and have shown over the years that the players have been doing incorrectly.
Walter also wrote a fictional book called Serial Killer. Eerily, the book description reads as follows: a killer that has inner working knowledge of law enforcement, medical anatomy, and funeral protocols that ensures his success. The satisfaction he gains comes not just from the killing, but in using others to take care of disposing of the bodies after he is finished. While Walter was adamant that the body parts came from 6 people, DNA testing said otherwise.
The crime lab came back and said that they can definitively say that there are 9 individuals.
Okay. There could be tissue, and it would be the hips.
We only found 1 hip, 1 left hip.
Okay, there's got to be more out there.
I have 5 skulls, 2 right. I have 2 right arms plus shoulders, 2 right arms, 1 right shoulder, 3 left arms plus shoulders, 1 left arm, 1 left shoulder, 3 right legs, 2 right knees, 1 right foot, 1 left hip, 4 left legs, 1 left knee, and 2 left feet.
Investigators found a total of 29 human body parts.
You're saying there's more out there. Where? Did you bury it? Did you put it in a different location than the other stuff?
It's in that vicinity, very close. I'm going to tell you flat out, it was worth it. Because after 30 years, I want to walk away saying I did something good for my industry and for humanity. And as silly as that sounds, I'm the moral compass in my industry, and I have been.
Walter Mitchell was convicted of 29 felony counts of concealing or abandoning a dead body and sentenced to concurrent 2.5-year prison terms for 24 counts and a concurrent but consecutive 3.75-year term for the other 5 counts, totaling 6.25 years. He will be credited with 671 days served since his arrest. With the time he already served, Walter will spend just over 4 more years behind bars.
Well, he gave an arm and a leg for his industry, I have to say.
Shit. Oh my God.
You guys. Wow. I just don't understand people anymore. I don't, it's not even people. I don't even understand the world anymore. I don't.
Humans.
Yeah, humans ain't lying. You ain't lying. That's just, again, something else I figured I would end the evening with something a little different, couple little different things to maybe not be as. I mean, it is pretty gruesome, but you still look at it and go, "What the hell?" You know, you know what I mean?
I had
There's a
to,
lot of
so
that out there. What's that?
I had to.
It's all good. It's all good. He lost. Yeah, he definitely lost his moral compass, CZ. I think he lost his moral mind too, because the guy thinks he did something good. What did you possibly think is good from what you did? That's what I don't get.
That's crazy. I mean, come on now. You don't just distribute body parts in the middle of the desert.
Well, why didn't you at least try to bury them or something, or put them somewhere they're not just going to be found? You know what I mean?
Return them to the families. Take them to a funeral home, local ME's office.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it
Something.
was B. Whoever said something. Who said something about? Yeah, it was B. The freezer. Man, that makes me not ever want to buy anything off of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, like ever again, dude. Ever again. Could you imagine?
No.
Your Christmas ham in the same freezer an arm was in? Come on now.
Mom.
Nope.
You never know what's been in that stuff, people.
Right. Absolutely no. So
crazy stuff.
I am exhausted. It is 2:33 a.m. here. I'm gonna go to bed. I will be live late morning, early afternoon tomorrow for sure. And we can get back to the normal schedule, regularly scheduling programming, possibly.
Don't forget, we have a special show tomorrow at 5, Dago. You have a special guest at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Wednesday at 5. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I told you got to remind me of these things. Yes, that will be a very interesting show. Please tune in for that, guys. You're not going to want to miss it.
I'm going to make sure I'm good to go in at home and all the things. So I can be listening in.
We got a couple coming up Friday. We have, hopefully, if everything goes right, we're having for Paranormal Friday, we're having a special guest join us for that. Somebody very well known in the Sasquatch community. If you guys follow any of that, you will want to be here and interested to listen to that. Evening, Doc. Good to see you tonight. Have a great night, and thank you for joining us tonight, Doc. Appreciate you very much. Something else that's coming up too, guys, and I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna have a mental health show here, and I'm gonna start doing one a month at the very least. Okay, there's a lot of mental health strain going on out here and stress and things like that, and I think it's just something that needs to be done at this point. So I'm just gonna do it. You know, I've couple times I was gonna do it, different things happened and so on and so forth. So at this point, we're just gonna do it. So if you're interested in those things, please tune in for that as well. I will let everybody know when it comes. No, be 5 p.m. I will not be in here at 5 a.m. Please do not come looking for me because I will be sleeping at that point.
Yeah,
a couple hours worth at least. So no, but I will see you guys, like I said, late morning, early afternoon. Excuse me. Thank you, CZ. It's good to see you tonight. You kept me company. That's awesome. I'm glad we could be helpful to you. Mom, Salty, anything? Oh, one more reiteration. Say something. Oh, yeah. Ann Taylor had resigned from the county seat as the
she's resigned as the county public defender from their office.
Yes.
But she's still a public defender with the state of Idaho. She's just moving to a position in the state public defender's office, but will still be representing Kohberger as far as we know.
Yes. Just so that everybody is completely understanding with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to reiterate that. Leslie, please, you as well. Much love to you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night for sure. Mom, thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Kimber, thank you for snoring with us. I appreciate it very much. We love you. She started to growl there for a minute, so I had to pull her down. But, I wanted her. That's the Kimberfoot, guys. That's what happens when she gets in that mode. You don't want to mess with her. So
it's just.
Oh, this was a good show between you guys and the stories. I mean, some of them were sad, some of them were just craziness. And chat, I swear, I've been over here almost in tears.
I know, chat's cracking me up. They've been cracking me up all night.
Yes, I hope you guys all enjoyed bits and pieces of the show. I hope you got something out of it at least. Thank you all very much for joining me, and everyone.
Thanks, chat. Thanks for welcoming us, and thanks for putting up with us.
Yes, and thank you for hearing me out at the very beginning. And I appreciate the support from all of you and the kind words. Thank you very much. If there's any questions in relation to that, I will answer them, but I'm not going to go on and on and on about it. It's just, that's where my stance is. That's where it stays. So, sending you an email. You know me as an abstract artist. Thou, my entire project is my life. Okay. Well, thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Any of the emails that I didn't get while I was live, I will catch up on, guys. I promise you, and I will let you know. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate you very much. Absolutely, Glitter. Adios to you, Criminal. It's great to see you back in here. Everybody else, guys, don't forget to love yourselves, love each other, and please don't change a thing because you guys are amazing. I appreciate you, Mom. Salty, have a wonderful rest of your night and sleep tight.
Yep, I'm going to be going to bed. Good night, guys. Good night, Mom.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Guys, please make sure you hit that like button if you have not done it. I really appreciate it. So does YouTube, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great one, folks. Good night, and God bless. Bye-bye.